Time Machine will be done tonight. Thanks, Dyer. I'll just upload it tonight. Fuck it. I'm kidding. There just wasn't enough time, Michael. There wasn't enough time. Yeah. Whew. But thank you all so much for those of you who reached out and offered sympathies, condolences, well wishes to Jillian. He really appreciates it. She's doing fine. She's holed up and she's going to be in the hospital for 3 weeks, but she is fine there. Knock on wood, wherever you may find wood, that she remains that way. The baby has gone back up into the pussy. It's further up than it was the other day, so things are looking good. She's still got to get cooking in there for another good other month. We are going to hopefully things are going to work out. The person who's taking it the hardest is Sadie. She wants Jillian around all the time, and she wants those Jillian walks. I give her walks, but they're not nearly as comprehensive. We don't want a raw baby. It's fucking raw. They were telling us, they were like, now, you know, if it comes out at before 35, it automatically goes to the NICU, even if it's totally healthy, and they monitor it for a couple of days. So you're going to have to mentally prepare to get out of the hospital and not take a baby home. And we were like, honestly, Jillian just wants to see her fucking bed again. Ugh. This baby's so young, it's going to be a farfa viewer. Bro missed everything. This baby missed tier limit format. Oh my god. I'll tell you what. If we can get up to 50,000 subs this month, I think we're pretty close. If we can get up to 50,000 subs this month, the baby's first Halloween, they will dress as the terrifying toddler of torment. Duel Link's older than this baby. Duel Link's is like 9 years old, dog. A lot of babies it's older than. This is the first baby that's going to be born in a world where better things are possible. Bro didn't get to enjoy. Bro missed 6-7. No, 6-7 is going to be around when this baby comes out, for sure. Oh. Well, I guess we should talk about this. Folks, I mean, I hate to say this because you know that I do not like to be political on this channel. I don't like to delve into political topics. I don't like to talk about politics. And you all know why that is, right? But New York has elected a Muslim Islamist follower of the Prophet Muhammad, Sunni, practicing Islamic Muslim to be the mayor of their city. And I think it's fucking disgusting that the city that experienced 9/11 would do this on the same day the guy who planned it died of a heart attack. Oh man, I mean, we'll talk about this on Freaks on Monday, of course, but holy shit, it was early in the day when they were like, Dick Cheney died, and I was like, oh my god, Zoran's actually gonna win. I think Dick Cheney was one of those guys like holding back, like the you know, he was like the phylactery for the Lich in control of the universe. Holy fuck. The die was cast. Dick Cheney died late to avoid Freaks. You wouldn't believe what they're trying to sneak by Freaks these days. Oh my god. Dick Cheney successfully taught Muslim nations democracy. Yeah, beginning with the United States. All I have to say is, praise be to Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. I knew that he was going to win in my heart, because he has the mandate. It's so good, dude. The whole night was the thing about Dems is they're so good at winning elections that like happen in the off season. But they're great exhibition game players. But damn it, if I don't see these results, the plus 40 for Zoran and young men, and think, ooh, the millennial empire is coming. The millennial empire is coming. We're gonna get about 5 more years of this boomer shit. Then there's gonna be enough millennials to form a voting bloc and make Funko Pop ownership mandatory. I'm hearing that on his deathbed, Dick Cheney received the light of Islam. Oh my God! Truly, there is no God but God, and Muhammad his prophet. It's still so fucking funny that Jay Jones won. Plattner is gonna fucking win his election, isn't he? Okay, like that's the one that I think is the funniest. We'll do this in Freaks, of course. We'll retread this ground on Freaks. So when I do this in Freaks, you're not allowed to be like, didn't we already do this? But if you're unfamiliar, Jay Jones had this huge scandal, which was a couple of weeks before the election. He posted these texts of his leaked, and this is in reference to like it's like the same time as Charlie Kirk, right? And this person goes, he's talking to a Republican Senate or House member, goes, if those guys die before me, I will go to their funerals to piss on their graves. Send them out a wash in something. She goes, Jay Jones, 3 people, 2 bullets. Gilbert, Hitler, Pol Pot. Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Put Gilbert in the crew with the 2 worst people you know, and he receives both bullets every time. Jay, please stop. Okay. It bothers me when you talk about hurting people or wishing death on them. Says, you were just hoping Jennifer Gilbert's children would die. Yes, I've told you this before. Only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. I honestly am questioning a lot today. Do I think Todd and Jennifer are evil and that they're breeding little fascists? Yes. Oh, man. Oh, my God. It's crazy, dog. So anyway... These leaked, and everyone was like, oh, it's over. He won! He won his election, and the woman who leaked these texts lost her election! Folks, woke is back. Dark woke ascending. Put the pronouns in the fucking bio, bitch. Oh my God. It's crazy, man. Oh, Lord. I need you to talk about this one. This is the only downside to this night. Friend of the channel, George Santos. Fuck you, Curtis Sliwa. I hate you, your dumb wife, that stupid beret of yours, and all your fucking cats! He's so good, dude. I'm gonna miss him so much. Oh my God. What did he say fuck me for? Oh man. I don't know. Fun night. It was so fun watching the meltdowns. I honestly hate to be like this. Like I know that people are like, this is a referendum on the future of a left that is forward looking, offers something material to hurting voters, and also is born of a coalition that transcends gender and race, and is totally divided by material conditions and ideology. And I just want to say, I think also it helped that the person that Zoran was running against ran the funniest campaign in the history of time. Like, he was like, I just can't. How did his message not resonate with voters? You know, Zoran was like, things are so expensive here in New York City. We're going to make buses free, childcare free, and we're going to bring down the cost of living. And Andrew Cuomo said, I've heard you watch a problematic Twitch streamer. He's on a debate stage being like, have you seen Ethan Klein's content nuke? It's unbelievable, dude. They were like, what's your closing message? And he's like, many people think my truck is the same kind of truck that OJ had when he got in the low-speed chase in 1994. It's a different truck. I actually have a more fashionable model. It was fucking unbelievable. Oh, my God. Hassan has become unbearable after last night. What is he doing? A fucking victory lap? Oh my god! I saw a tweet that I saw on my dash that was the woman who wrote the article that was like all those sick kids in Gaza had pre-existing conditions came up to him and was like, "Could we write a profile on you?" And he was like, "Kill yourself." Oh man, what a man! He's gonna be so annoying. Thankfully, I don't have to watch that guy. I just have to listen to Danny tell me all the annoying stuff that he does. Oh man. So he should have run on the parade situation. Like, listen, they want to be like Sliwa broke the vote between Cuomo and Sliwa, but like, what do you want him to say? Sliwa was very specific that he's a single issue voter, that all parades have the right to exist, and Cuomo wanted to talk about streamer drama. We taught this monkey to understand the median voter's political beliefs, and it hung itself. Hanged. 12% of self-described Democratic Socialists backed Cuomo, but fortunately they were offset by pro-MAGA Mamdani support. Dude, I fucking love America. It is so funny, dude. America is so funny. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I love this nation, man. I don't know. Whatever. Good luck to everyone in New York City. Today's stream is sponsored by Sons of Odin, ! Odin, by the way. I should put their banner in my Twitch. Really last minute sponsor. I do appreciate them for coming through. It is a card battler, so I am quite excited to see what all the fuss is about. We're going to be playing that at the end of today's stream. Oops. But first, I need to do a whole bunch of crap. We're going to watch a couple of videos. I want to watch Mortiel's The Last Turn Situation is Crazy. I want to watch Peeps' new video, which I was listening to in the car, and I got to be honest, like, oh, it's really good. It is very well done, well written. It sounds good. It looks good. I don't want to gas him up too much, but we'll watch that. We'll probably watch it on 2x because it's like 40 minutes. And then is there anything else that happened that I need to take a look at? I feel like nothing else particularly interesting happened. Can we finish the Nux video at the end of the stream? Oh, we can watch the rest of it now. Did you all wanted to watch the Twitch's hentai? We can do that. You all wanted to do that? Okay, we can do that. I mean, I would love to do that with you all. I just didn't think you liked it. No? Oh, you want to watch this instead? No, I know what you all want to watch. Three people have asked me if you're into it. You gotta stop hanging out with gooners. Can a man make fun? Can a man kink shame anymore? Oh my god. Are they asking, like, would he be interested in doing age play with me? I'll do age play with you. The age I want to play is like 90. I want to, like, hold on, bitch. I gotta take a metric fuck ton of Viagra to get it up. All right. No, let's do a comic dub. That's how it starts.
Oh my god, would you fucking quit it? I'm stressed because I can't hear myself think. Seriously, go home or something. I can't get any mixing done with you shaking your fat fucking ass every 2 seconds.
You sound stressed. Lighten up, enjoy the show, and rub one out. Nah, lol. Whoops.
Awesome. Mom was right. It's the damn phone. Every time I think of age play, I think of this post now. Your mommy's medium-sized 27-year-old because that's the age you are that it says on your official governmental paperwork. Be the same age for mommy. Hashtag age stagnation. Hashtag same age. Hashtag nothing play. That's literally CJ. Yeah, that's literally CJ. Ugh, okay. Well, first and foremost, we could play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see what's going on Master Duel these days. I'm a Chud Radiohead creep parody. Wow, they found what I wanted. Thank you, YouTube. They're finally serving me what I wanted. What is this Diddy Blood doing on the calculator is the Einstein. MBT, you're my favorite Nuxtaku music thread. Yeah, I don't listen to rap or hip crap, as I like to call it. I only listen to Twitch's hentai, anime OPs, Vocaloid songs, and The Living Tombstone, Friday Night Funkin' remixes, and PewDiePie's Bitch Lasagna. All right, let's see what cool stuff we could play in the new pack. We can play Super Quant, but we can't play the canine stuff. That's good with it. We can play Testina. I'm not doing that. Play Morgana, the Witch of Eyes. Boring. Dude, this set is fucking terrible. The real pack is on the 7th. Oh, okay. I see. Ooh, Dragon Maid collection bundle. What do we get for this? Oh, we get the oh my god. Wait, we get the Dragon Maid oh, please. Wait, I have to do this. What is this Diddy Blood doing on the calculator is blood Einstein? What is this Diddy Blood doing on the calculator is blood Epstein? What? Banana phone ding dong. All right, here we go. That took forever. All right, buy me dragons. Buy me dragons. Oh, we got Lady Dragon Maid. 16 packs. We only got Lady Dragon Maid. All right, we got all this crap. All right, let's check it out. 2 collector's file. Give me to my collector's file now. Collector's file. All right. Hell yeah. Wait, what? Huh? Dude! There is no way they want me to wail for the alt arts. You cannot be serious. Oh my god. Oh, no. No, dude. Oh, man. All right, look, what does this look like? Oh, we get a free pack. At least the pack has good stuff in it. All right, I have enough for 2 packs. I'll just pull them real quick. Oh. What do you even get for completing the binder? Nothing! That's what I have to say. Cool. That's like awesome. I don't know. Should I wail? Surely not, right? No. No, we're not going to wail. That, honestly, that's like, that is monstrous that they do that. That's unbelievable. Ugh. All right, we got to watch the last turn situation is crazy. All right, so we're going to watch a couple of videos today and we're going to the Rule 30 Fortal. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Whisper the Wolf or Leon Pokemon? What the fuck is Whisper the Wolf? The Sonic character? I could see a lot of porn there. I think Pokemon here. Okay, we already lost. Really? You all are jacking off to Whisper the Wolf? Ellie or Samus? Oh, Ellie has a lot. Valerie or Nihiligo? Ooh. It sounds crazy. I am going to say Nihiligo. Okay. I was a little off there. I don't know why. Ryu or Sakura Kasugano? I'm going to say Sakura. Ooh, pretty close. Sui Fang or Melanie? Not difficult. It was closer than I thought. Sejuani or Bastion? I don't know. I think it's Bastion. No, it was Sedge. Okay. Big the Cat or a VTuber? I'm gonna pick the VTuber and lose. It was Big the Cat. Ash or Wario? I'm gonna pick Ash. Thank God. Lisana Strauss or Ishigo? Darling in the Franxx. Isn't this that anime that they made to improve the birth rates in Japan? Did that work? No, apparently. Xianyun from Genshin Impact or Melusine for Fate. I don't know either of these characters. All right, we fucking sucked today. It did not go well. Let's do Scrandle. Double Pep, I think. All right, here we go. Cheesy Chips versus Cheesy Chips. It's got to be this one. The other one is literally cheese on chips. Serve-a-lot sausage or double cheeseburger? These are tough. I think I like the double cheeseburger, but $7.50 is so much. Fuck. They were both super low. Vegan pie and chips or Monster Burger? Oh, God. The vegan pie and chips is just a great deal. No way. $10 for that piece of shit German dog or okay, okay, come on. Chips, peas, and gravy for $2.50 or sausage wrap for $7.75. Oh my God, please don't be the sausage wrap. Thank you. Cheeseburger for $4.40 or hot dog for $5.90. It's got to be these are both fucking dog shit. I'm picking cheeseburger here. Steak and fries. Oh my God. Or 2 slices of oh my God. I think I'm doing steak and fries. These are both great. Chips, sausage, curry sauce, and a hollowed cob, $5.50. Looks crazy. Or the Drayton Belly Buster. No, thank you. Hot dog. Or Stadion Platte with a pint, $11.55. I'm saying with a pint. Okay, let's go. Chicken bites and chips or chicken club sandwich. Okay, it's the bites and chips. All right, not bad today. Not bad. Could have done better. Absolute scrana. Connections? All right. Botch, blow, spoil. Wrench. Nope. Butcher. That's fucked up because now it can't be butcher, baker, candlestick maker. What are we using candlestick for then? Candlestick, knife, wrench, rope are all clue weapons. Let's go. Fuck, that was the green. Purple and blue. That's where you hate to be. The Black Knight. No. What are we doing with baker and maker? Franklin, Forrest, Bo, Knight. We could Ben Franklin, Ben Forrest. Ben Franklin, Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. I don't know, man. This is fucking crazy. Coat of arms. Like a bow and a knight and a Franklin is money. No, that's nothing. What the fuck is forest? Black forest, black knight. For a rainforest. Oh. Yeah. What are these for? Sure. We'll do Coindle. All right. Angle. Ooh. It's looking like a 15. Hot goes up 21. right. Yeah, sure. 21. YG Yordle? I don't love YG Yordle. I liked the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wordle. I liked that one a lot more. What's a good Yu-Gi-Oh! Wordle start? Black. Avram. Okay. Rat. Raisin? Ooh, okay. Well, then the R is at the end. Gazer. Gasser. Dasher? No, that doesn't work. Water? No. Satyr. No. Saxer. Passer. What was that? Pater. Like Dispater? No. Pager? Oh my god, what? Vader? What? Sayer? What the fuck is Sayer? Oh, from 5Ds? No. I don't think so. Anime character. All right, here, hold up. Oh, you know, Sayer. Classic Sayer. He has apparently 1,000 different decks. YugiMatrix.com. Okay, what is this? Okay. Continuous spell trap that mentions life points or life points. Continuous. Mentions life points, quick play spell, and a normal spell. One word card name, quick play spell, normal spell. And mentions send. Okay. I got some good ones for this, I think. How up to date is it? Let me remember the name of this card. Because this is a card that I don't think it's come out yet. I'm gonna have to go with a fan translation. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's not. It's not in the game. He's cheating? No, I wanted to see what the name of the card is. It's Assist Yummy. It's not out yet. All right. What mentions life points that people wouldn't be thinking? Summoning Curse? 0%. That's what I like to see. Quick play spell that mentions life points. Clashing Souls. 0%. Normal spell. Raimi. 0%. Okay. One word card name. I should have used Raimi for that. Continuous spell trap. Ice Spawn. 0%. Quick play spell. Okay. And the normal spell is... Ooh, there's actually not a ton of these. That says Upstart. That's a great idea, actually. Oh, wait. Am I crazy? Oh, I am. Okay. No one's going to get this. Downbeat. Good. Mentions send. Continuous spell trap that mentions send. Not a rivalry. Okay. Quick play spell. And what is the English name of this card? It is not in English yet. Oh, no, wait. Yes, it is. It's not in the game yet. Okay, cool. Herald. Oh no. Herald of the Abyss doesn't mention send. It's not a quick play? Oh, right. Oops. Okay. The quick play is... Hand destruction? Sick. Ooh, look at that. All zeros. I don't think people play this very often. All right, let's watch this.
Hello to the Yugi playing public, I'm Noah.
Too loud.
Well, and the last turn situation is crazy.
Okay, folks, we're going to watch the last turn situation is crazy. Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesis. This is a video by Mortiel Yu-Gi-Oh! But remember, we are not just watching it here. We are watching the video, we are subscribing to the channel, and we are leaving a comment, okay?
Hello to the Yugi playing public, I'm Noel, and the last turn situation is crazy.
Using your Hitlerian platform to funnel haters at a smaller creator, huh? Well, yes, but now that we're done making fun of Farfa, let's watch someone else.
If for whatever reason you clicked on this video without following the Genesis format, it got its first real points update on October the 27th, and while there were some clear winners and some clear losers in the aftermath, check out Scarlon's recent upload if you want to see more on that. I want to focus on a card that's been, at its best, a bit controversial.
Why is
If you follow me
Scarlon's
on
name
Twitter,
on
you may
YouTube
know that I got into
green?
a bit of a public spat with one Stephen B. Lunder over the card last turn, where his nearly 9 times larger fan base was very normal and respectful.
I mean, I imagine they were. Why wouldn't they be? Doesn't have Shinigami on YouTube? Listen, I don't have Shinigami because I understand it's not a piece of software for me. I'm an ally.
Hey, Future Noel here. I had already started working on this video, even finishing most of the script, before learning that Blunder decided to react to this interaction on stream and upload a VOD of it to his YouTube channel. I'm going to make it clear now that I don't want this video to be a part of any drama, and Blunder, if you're watching this, which I think there's a pretty decent chance you are, please don't react to this on stream. Don't make a response video. Your audience has harassed me enough for
But ours hasn't. I'm calling on you to harass this creator.
a lifetime from the first one. This all came to a head this past Monday when last turn was pointed to 100 on the points update, basically making it unplayable. This then led to a tweet from friend of the channel, Joseph Rothschild, where
I am not a friend of this YouTube channel, okay? I disavow this YouTube channel in all its forms.
he questions the intent of Deuteronomy format, wondering if it's really
Deuteronomy format. Yeah, okay, so I think this is an interesting thing to talk about. So, last turn is what's the upper deck quote? Last turn is a very interesting card with a lot of strange interactions. But one of the things that I was most excited about when it came to Genesis format is that any card technically was legal. And while I don't explicitly say it, I imagine that is kind of a sell of this format, right? Is like, if you remember playing old good cards, you can technically do that in this format. Some of them may require you to pay through the nose. And last turn for me is a card that isn't so good that it creates this like totally degenerate FTK, but is a fun old card. But when they pointed it to 100, it became functionally unplayable because cards that are pointed at 100 have to be your entire game plan, and there's maybe one of them that has ever been successful. I imagine that it's not something people are going to make a habit of. So my question then is, like, what do I do about this? I really wanted to tinker with these old broken pieces of shit, and it sucks that now I can't. And I ended up coming around on this just because last turn does not have problem-solving card text, I don't think it's reasonable to be like, and a judge has to be there for every one of your resolutions. But I do wish that this was a card that could be included in Genesis format.
worth it to invest in a game where the selling point is playing banned cards while they whittle away the number of banned cards that are actually available for play.
Yeah, perfect
I mean, it's not like
encapsulation of what
last
I'm
turn
saying.
is responsible for any unfair play patterns, right?
I agree. It is not. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's turn off this video now.
Right? Last turn was first printed in Legacy of Darkness on June 6, 2003 with the following text. This card can only be activated during your opponent's turn when your life points are 1,000 or less. Select one monster on your side of the field and send all other cards on the field and in their respective owner's hands to their respective graveyards. Your opponent must then special summon one monster from his or her deck in face-up attack position and attack your selected monster. Any battle damage from this battle is treated as 0. The player whose monster remains alone on the field at the end phase of this turn wins the duel. Any other case results in a draw. Now, this is seemingly a very simple effect. you summon a big monster to your side of the field, activate last turn, and force your opponent to either summon a larger monster or lose. So why is it that on March 1st, 2006, last turn was moved to forbidden?
Because Konami is run by Hitler!
And it's this little distinction in the rulings that allows the Joujin trick to work.
If you activated last turn and targeted a card like Jougin the Spiritualist, and
Oh, wait, Doug jump scare.
in tandem with cards like Jougin the Spiritualist, which actually prevented your opponent from special summoning.
I can't believe everyone's getting this wrong. The card is called Yogin the Spiritualist.
Like Joujin the Spiritualist.
Holy shit! There's no way he said it like that. Okay, Jougin I get, but listen to the way that Duolog says this.
Spiritualist, which actually prevented your opponent from special summoning.
Like Joujin the Spiritualist.
Jougin the Spiritualist?
This card was only ever used in gimmicky FTK decks that just lowered their life points to 1,000, summoned Jougin.
Look, I'm not going to pretend like there aren't plenty of videos, even better videos, covering the banning of last turn, and I'll be sure to put some of those in the description or in the info card if
Okay, let's see if there's any that from me. No! Oh, wait, there is.
you want to check them out. But to give you the short version and keep you on this video, there existed a deck whose sole focus was to use cards like Solemn Judgment and Wall of Revealing Light to lower their life points below 1,000 as quickly as possible, then summon some kind of monster that applied a summoning restriction like Jougin the Spiritualist or Vandy's Fiend, choose that card with last turn, then once all cards on the hand and field have been sent to grave, since the opponent isn't allowed to special summon, the player activating last turn would win by default. Now, you may be wondering, why are you allowed to activate last turn here? After all, it has an effect that forces your opponent to special summon. How could you activate it if your opponent can't special summon? I'm going to be honest, that's a bit more of a complicated question. Last turn has a longer card text
I'm going to be honest. You're not going to like the answer to this one.
than the pendulum effect of Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic, which is kind of the poster child for long and confusing card text. In fact, it's only 6 words shorter than its monster effect. Not only that, it's also never received a print with problem-solving card text.
I mean, there's only one solution. We need the problem-solving card text last turn. There's only one solution. We need the problem-solving card text last turn. We should have done that in Rarity Collection. Fuck!
Meaning, in the modern day, the resolution is incredibly difficult. Do you target the monster that you want to keep, or does it just select? Do the trigger effects of cards sent to grave actually activate before the special battle phase, or after it? Do they miss timing entirely? What about the monster that your opponent summons? These questions and those of its kind have led to the creation of an unofficial 13-page ruling document dedicated to modernizing the text of and resolving last turn, which takes, no joke, 37 minutes to read. It will be linked in the description if you want to go through. As we understand, and I do need to stress that this is based off of old rulings, which may be and often are outdated, as well as an unofficial document which, while well researched and put together, is still unofficial. The effect to special summon of last turn was considered to be something that happens after resolution of the card, so it would still be legal to activate as long as the main effect of sending all other cards from the hand and field to the graveyard could still resolve. As for the other questions, it does not target, and both types of trigger effects still go off. But we were informed in a blog post that last turn doesn't work like that anymore. You can't activate it if your opponent isn't allowed to special summon, so what problems could it actually cause?
Okay, so this is the compelling reason why it should be banned. Same reason as self-destruct button, to be honest. Some people just live to cause problems.
Look, we need to establish that last turn wasn't banned because it was good. I don't care how many people insist that it's a win condition for Dynamorphia. It wasn't worth the 75 points when it was legal, and those playing the card knew that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously what you were meant to do was like splash 91 for Rexterm and then just like play some one-ofs, but instead they were like, wait.
These decks weren't meant to be Dynamorphia featuring last turn, but instead last turn Turbo. Dynamorphia just happened to be a convenient shell. The purpose of bringing Last Turn to a tournament wasn't to win. It
Regularly
was to be the guy
consume
who
water.
brought Last Turn, and that title was given regardless.
You've
of results.
misgendered someone
Don't
in
let
a
the fact that a bad
post-woke
card
environment.
distract you
Woke
from
is
the
back,
fact that it's
motherfucker.
bad.
Ban them
Lest we forget
forever.
the Gate Guardian incident. And I want to be clear here, it's not wrong for someone to play a suboptimal card for fun or just because they like it. I mean,
Shouts out to the Jesse Cotton 3 God cards in the side deck.
have you seen my Tistina profiles? 2 Reaper Form, 1 Regulus.
Is Peeps here? Peeps, what do you think about Reaper Foom in in Tistina?
Regulus can equip a machine or a Therion, and Reaper Foam will give it the effect that it bounces 1, which is just generally quite useful. And just to show you how much I fucking hate Lab, 3 Denko Sekka.
There's no way that's good.
I can't believe I'm playing this fucking card, dude. Everything else in here are trap cards, which the deck plays very well. Synchros. AFD. We are only on the 1 field spell,
That's smart.
so that does not, however, mean that we shouldn't investigate the impact that playing these fun-ofs has on the game. Remember that mystique that was built up around Last Turn with it being a super difficult card to resolve? Well, that's where the issue lies, in the resolution of the card. Because Last Turn has no recent printings, if the opponent has virtually any response, a judge call is necessary. The way that Last Turn interacts with the game is just fundamentally incompatible with the modern rules. Sure, cards like Gladiator Beast Claudius or Ages of Stars and Frost can grant an extra battle phase, but they behave like
What the fuck was that card?
Ages of Stars.
Ages of... I've never seen this card. If this card was destroyed by your spell effect or your opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard this turn, you can conduct your next battle phase twice.
Stars and Frost can grant
Dog,
an extra
what
battle
the
phase,
fuck?
but they behave like a regular battle phase. Effects causing battles between monsters outside of the battle phase is a common occurrence in other card games, but the way attacking behaves in Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes forcing attacks a bit clunky. Nightmare Pain forces you to attack into Yubel monsters, but you're still the one declaring attacks. Unchained Soul of Rage may apply an effect immediately after it resolves, but that effect doesn't have multiple checks and steps. And then, of course, there's the issue of draws. The only other card in the game which can consistently force a draw between players is Self-Destruct button, which is pointed at 100 because Yu-Gi-Oh's tournament structure just wasn't built with draws in mind. If a game during a match...
So this was something that I hadn't actually thought of until I watched this video. This is a really interesting point, which is any card that enables you to perform a draw, now that draws are all but disallowed by the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament software, is suspect for hit. And I don't mean that let you perform a draw and like both players take X amount of damage. I mean the couple of cards that read the game is a draw on them.
ends in a draw, you're essentially just forced into an extra game afterwards. And that game didn't count for anything other than taking up time. Because of Last Turn's incompatibility with game rules, lack of problem-solving card text, and capacity for causing draws, it is incredibly disruptive to regular tournaments. Bringing Last Turn to an event is analogous to throwing popcorn in a cinema. Sure, the cinema gave you the popcorn, and they didn't say you shouldn't throw it at the screen, but you're being an ass, making the movie watching experience worse for everyone else in the theater, and forcing the employees to clean up after you.
I've been doing this the whole time.
No deck should ever require a judge to be on call at any times. And I want to take this as an opportunity to bring up the attitude that players have towards judges.
We're really normal about them.
The way that many players think about and treat event staff, especially online, is genuinely repulsive and should not be tolerated at any level.
I totally agree. People are far too kind to judges online. They should be meaner to one judge, Scarlon.
While getting judge certification may be easy, I mean, I passed my RC1 on my phone while waiting for food at a Margaritaville. Actually, being a judge is difficult, physically and mentally. You're on your feet for 8 to 10 hours straight, constantly walking between tables, worrying if you were wrong about that ruling or infraction you gave out 3 rounds ago. It's an extremely stressful job, and I wish I could speak more to it, but I just don't have the experience to do so.
I think the thing that a lot of
Oh, damn it. It's a fucking... it's a Scarlon interview.
players don't really appreciate or think about, maybe, is that, you know, we're there out of our own time.
Don't mention me by name. It'll detract from the video if people are mentally reacting to that. Here's my anonymous judge. She could be literally anyone.
Especially in EU, we don't get paid for judging, you know.
Is that still true in EU? Nice labor movement, you fucking dickheads.
We're getting very minimal compensation for
You guys get paid to judge in NA? It's a recent development, but yes.
what we're doing. You know, like, oh, we'll get travel comp for the big Y-Sys and stuff, but, like, it's just to cover it, and you still have to sell those things. You still have to pay up front for your...
For the longest time, the way judges were compensated is they would get product and, like, exclusives, like mats and shit. That's like the judge mats. And then it would be suggested they sell those for X amount of money.
your travel. And for some events, maybe they'll cover the hotel and stuff, but not all the time. Especially not for anything below a tier 3. So... judges are there out of our own free time. There isn't any official resources. Konami doesn't provide us with...
I gotta hope that's changing. For those of you who are in the judge program, I got an email about a month ago that was like, the judge program is undergoing a huge revamp that includes like a necessary retake of the RC1, but also like, I hope it will be a platform that enables them to have more resources.
anything to learn or improve as judges from. Most of what I've learned is from people above me in judging, other senior judges, my team leads and stuff. Konami themselves don't really provide that much, so we're there out of our own time for
You don't have to retake the exam, you just have to log in. Shit, I gotta log in.
very little
Sometime before the 10th.
compensation, and we're learning a very difficult game to a more in-depth requirement than most players need to have to play. And yes, obviously it requires a lot of... Yes, there's a lot of skill that goes into playing the game and doing well at playing, but there's also a lot that goes into being good at judging. And you're not just there to get rulings right, you're there to manage. It's customer service at the end of the day. You're managing people.
And you all know my position on customer service. You gotta start being meaner to customer service workers.
You're dealing with people, hundreds in a day at tier 3 events that just... everyone responds differently to an interaction from a judge. People are better or worse at explaining the situation, and so it's not just about spotting an error and figuring it out, or knowing every ruling, which no one does. No one can learn every ruling.
Should you tip your judge after a judge call? In America, it is expected that you tip your judge if the call goes your way.
I carry a folder with the entirety of the policy documents with me to when I go to judge, because you have to check it sometimes. We have a lot more responsibilities to do than worry about just getting the rulings right. Obviously, it's important, and we try our best, but, like, I don't think people
So 20% of top 64 prizing, exactly.
Goes into it, and that you're not owed a judge.
All right, can I help you all with any other questions? No, that's fine. All right, cool. Then there's just going to be one more question, and then they hold out the little tablet.
no one is required to sign up for judge staff. And if we just didn't one day, what would happen to your next YCS if just judges
Be a
just
lot
decide
cooler.
not to show up? We don't have
No, it
enough
would not.
judges already. Like, we have less than we would like at events. And to argue that, oh, some judges suck at their jobs and they don't know enough, well, I think you should probably be campaigning for Konami to provide better resources for judges to learn.
I mean, this is the fundamental problem, yeah, is that, yes, judges should have more support. They are left out to dry frequently by Konami.
The game and get better at judging, rather than criticize the few people that are willing to volunteer to make your event experience better.
Now, you may be thinking, well, if Last Turn is so complicated to resolve because of the lack of problem-solving card text, why not just reprint it?
This one's funny because it's like, where?
That'd also give them a good opportunity to errata it and remove the draw so it wouldn't be problematic anymore, right? The issue with that is the Konami TCG team doesn't actually have much control over the set contents of their product.
Okay, I'm going to be real with you. It's shocking Genesis exists at all. The Konami TCG team is totally hamstrung by the OCG team. Like, they have no power whatsoever.
The only regularly releasing product that doesn't have an OCG analog are the tins, which would mean that any possible Last Turn reprint wouldn't be until next September, and it's likely that the OCG still has some amount of control over the contents of the tins as well. There is, of course, a second reason that this solution doesn't work, which is that the TCG team can't actually give a card an errata without permission from the OCG. This is actually partially why the rules for choosing your own giant card restricts you from choosing cards without copyright 2020 Studio dice printed on them.
You know what's weird is that wasn't there for the Rarity Collection. We should have used Rarity Collection to get the PSCT Last Turn. Fuck! We obviously should have done that. Okay, if they do Rarity Collection again, we're going to do that.
An older card could require them to give problem-solving card text to a card that doesn't have it already. And that could technically be considered an errata by the OCG. Since Ecclesiastes is a format unique to the TCG, there's
She's changed the name of the format every single time to a different book of the Bible.
no actual reason the OCG would approve of a reprint for Last Turn. The Zephaniah team has made it clear through the pointing of question that they don't want cards that are disruptive to regular gameplay and might cause ruling issues to have a place in the format, and this includes Last Turn. I wholeheartedly welcome this. It's honestly really great to see Konami taking care of both communicating with its players through the blog post and looking out for their event staff by disincentivizing otherwise worthless Judge Call Turbo cards. All in all, it shouldn't come as a shock to anyone
Another Stella Glow song.
that Last Turn was removed from the Second Thessalonians format. Its history is problematic to resolve, combined with Yu-Gi-Oh! Players' inability to just be normal.
Not Stevie Blunder.
Meant it was a matter of time before the Revelations team decided enough was enough and they didn't want players willingly causing issues at events.
What a little troublemaker.
They changed the rules for pole position loops. They're allowed to change the points total for problematic cards. That's all I actually have for this video. I'd like to give a special thank you to Scarlon for her help in talking about the actual.
By the way, I have this mug. I don't have it on me, so I can't prove it. It's the mug that I am using at the hospital because we moved the kettle to Jillian's room at the hospital. So, because she's a tea fiend. So she's been, and some of you are tea fiends as well. She's a tea fiend and she has been drinking a lot of tea, but I need a cup there so I can drink tea with her. And I brought the Scarlon cup because I'm like, well, I'm not going to lose it. Like, people aren't going to be like, oh, is this mine?
Judging experience. If you aren't subscribed to her already, go and do that. And if you're a fan of Tengu format, she's moved on from Edison in the Future Visions public tournaments. So
Really? Oh my God, Scarlon, you should have me on Future Visions. I would love to do a Tengu format Future Visions with you.
go sign up to bring some stupid FTK on November 15th. Beyond that, I'd also like to thank you for watching to the end of the video. Consider subscribing if you aren't, and check the description for links to my socials. I suppose with that,
Let me show you my DMs with Scarlon
See ya.
real quick. Okay, So here's me and Scarlon. She goes, hey, would you want to do a Future Visions episode of Tengu format? And I don't respond. She sends this picture. I don't respond. 4 days later, I go, LMAO ghosted, hashtag owned. Sure. LMAO sick would be a good day for you. For sure. Got time this weekend? No. Next week? Sure, the weekend or a weekday. And then I don't respond. And she goes, Bazinga. And then posts a Twitter Freaks. And then I replied 2 days later, I say, you stupid bazinger. And then she says, so as usual, I'm free most days of the week. So what day of next week would work best for you? Or do you want me to suggest a day? Then 12 days later, she says, damn, that was a whole October, huh? So how's your time this week? Oh, man. Anyway, good video. Do you know how funny it is when I have an urgent question and he blanks me for 2 days? This is your worst fucking bit. It's not a bit. I have, well, I don't have ADHD because that isn't real. But I have too much to do. Amazing work ethic on your end, Joseph. The problem is I'm working too much. Adam, you're here also. Can you send me an invoice? I owe you, like, money. All right, next up is we want to watch the Peeps one. But before we do that, let's watch a comic dub. We watched that one already.
What? A full moon? Why do I feel so strange? I want to howl like a wolf. Nezuko, calm down. You have to fight this feeling.
This is the worst trial of my life. First of all, I'm afraid of the dark. Second, what's that awful smell? Hey, how much longer is this going to last?
I'd rather be a wolf already. The box. I think I'm claustrophobic. I feel sick.
I don't think I can even report this one because I don't think it wasn't even cropped porn. Yeah. Hey man, huge fan. Just curious why I saw pictures of you getting onto Epstein's plane. I was gonna fly it into One World Trade Center. No, Epstein, the New York financier. No, we were pals. Why? What happened? Family Guy, Peter becomes Jewish. You can see over here, I've already watched this. Ooh, let's watch this. New cards, Pog Chain.
Finally feel the word love can't be too real.
Wait a minute! Is this fucking rectangular? I was like, why am I getting these? Why am I getting these in the in my sub box?
Be crazy talking, it gets close.
I came 492 kilometers all the way to Montreal for this.
I am rectangular. I feel it in my bones. I am rectangular. He DMCA's these. I got no hole.
In just a couple of weeks, the first Charlie the Unicorn cartoon is turning 20 years old.
Dude, I don't want to hear that. Come on, man.
I've put out a Blu-ray and DVD with the entire series on it to celebrate. I'm only selling it through the end of the year, so grab one while you can. It's got commentary and a bunch of bonus videos like the Charlie Te Unicron series, and it comes signed. This upcoming anniversary has got me thinking about the years right after the cartoon first blew up. In the late 2000s, Hot Topic got in contact with me and asked to license Charlie the Unicorn for shirts and other stuff. I agreed, and the merch was successful enough that they made a lot of it. I got sent samples of each design, which for the last 2 decades I've kept safe in 2 big containers.
Oh man. Wait, did he make a shitload of money off this? That's wonderful. That's great to hear. I'm glad he got his bag. That's perfect. You have no idea? No, I don't. I will say, I say this every time. Film Cow, one of the guys who's still doing it. His the shit he makes has completely evolved with the times. It's still really good. It's great. All right. Let's go Comic Dub Inside Out 2.
I'm sorry, Joy, but there was just no way to hide it from you anymore. Especially not after ruining both sadness and disgust. Nothing but holes now. But hey, think of the bright side. You get the best position of all. As my seat. Or at least till I get bored of you.
Not good. 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 Not good.
To anyone aware of, it's no.
All right. Next up, we're going to watch Fixing the Worst Deck Ever patch notes. This is Peeps' video. But before we do that, I need to put together a Twitter thread. What's a good Twitter thread topic? What Yu-Gi-Oh card is the most dark woke? Favorite hype Yu-Gi-Oh and Aura moment? Wait, that's actually the one they're doing on the official Yu-Gi-Oh sub. Epic moment alert. Creator of Light versus your favorite monster. This is AI upscale, by the way. Who wins? I feel so bad for these guys. All I do is show up to their tweets and make fun of them. Would you rather draw Exodia or top deck the perfect Dark Magician combo? You didn't even get the ratio there? I was hours behind. Upload your stupid footage. I am live. What do you want? Favorite engines in Yu-Gi-Oh? Great idea. Drag and drop it. It takes like 7 seconds. Holy. Farfa, I am not going to upload a 12 gig file while I am streaming because it will kill the rate of the stream. You get that, right? He's on Wi-Fi. You can't. Exactly. Okay, today we're talking about engines. Yu-Gi-Oh's always in a push-pull of archetypal decks and big piles of engine slop. What are some of your favorites to jam where they don't belong? Bonus points if they're ass. Here's one that's currently going super strong. And I'm just going to put Ritual Raven here. All right, I'm going to do this in a little bit, so get your responses in.
It's no secret to anyone aware of my history with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game that the archetypes I invest my time into are those which lack the typical trappings of a top-tier strategy.
See, he's saying that, but the archetypes he invests his time into is exactly 3 archetypes. It's these 3. Like an Earth Machine, I guess. All right, so first and foremost, this is a good-ass video. I've already seen the video. I just think it's really well written and well done, so let's explore it together.
They tend to have inherent design flaws that I spend more time looking past while I remain more invested in the deck's flavor or themes or unique gameplay. After many years of playing these lower-powered and underexplored decks, I want to take a look back at these archetypes and discuss what could have been different. I want to point out where the design went wrong and repair the foundation, isolate what the flaws in these overbalanced decks are, and redesign them from the ground up, speculating on what these decks could have looked like with some more fine-tuning, rather than dream about a whole new piece of legacy support.
War Rock Club. Wow, he's got some cool stuff in the back there. Yeah, hell yeah. Alestrals.
I'll be patching them, basically. My goal is not to make my favorite bad decks tiers.
Why is this idiot holding his mic? He doesn't know the meta. Farfa doesn't know the meta. The meta right now is to take a shitty lav mic and just hold it up to your mouth for the whole video.
0 or remove their identity and make them something they're not. Also, I want to be clear that I am working off the benefit of hindsight. I'm not a card designer. The critics' advantage is we know that these cards are bad based off of their lifespan, containing no or very little competitive success. I can only imagine the Sisyphean nightmare that it is to release
Sisyphean.
a new archetype into a landscape of 10,000 or so cards and not accidentally forge a format warping nuclear bomb. This series is simply looking at why these cards struggled in their competitive landscape and imagining a world where it could have been different. And what better deck to start with on this channel than the albatross around my neck, Tistina. There's no possible way you design this deck so piss-ass bad without just letting an AI generate the effects. It doesn't make sense. To start, I promise I'm going to talk about other decks on this channel, and frankly, I should just apologize for my obsession at this point. But if we're going to be talking about decks that have inherent flaws in their design, there's really no better lineup of cards to discuss as the catalyst of the series of videos. The Tistina cards are so confused. There's no coherence in their effects. Some provide no benefit to the archetype. Others have effects which are represented nowhere else in the series of cards. And some are even an active detriment to the game plan that you would assume the deck is trying to facilitate. Black.
These are the cards that are more at odds with each other than maybe any other archetype on the planet. And unfortunately, I think this is going to set the first episode of this series way higher than it needs to be.
Of coherence was so bad that a small number of people that were interested in these cards couldn't even come up with a consensus on if you were supposed to be going first or going second with the deck. These people were debating what the core design philosophy of this deck was even supposed to be. Putting that aside, it's clear we're going to need to do a lot of red penning on these cards if we're really going to fix them.
It's so fucking funny that people were like the Tistina Discord was like, no, it's blind second. How do I know? Well, all the cards are ass, so you can supplement them with board breakers.
With all that preamble out of the way, let's get into the patch notes. Let's go ahead and start by looking at Tistina's first wave. Demigod of the Tistina is a light level 10 aqua monster with 2,000 attack and 0 defense, which reads, if you control a Tistina card, you can special summon this card from your hand, then you can add 1 Tistina spell trap from your deck to your hand. During your opponent's turn, if you control Crystal God Tistina, quick effect, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face down defense position, then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. You can only use each effect of Demigod of the Tistina once per turn. This is a really strong start. A level 10 that summons itself and searches for a spell trap of its archetype as long as you control one of the archetypal cards on field, all while not applying any restrictions, is great. Since the search and summon all activate in the hand, while it is is susceptible to Ash, it makes up for it by not being hit by cards like Imperm or Veiler or Mourner. But even outside of the summon and search, it has a disruption effect, which is very powerful if you do get to set it up. Daruma Karma Cannon, nothing to sneeze at. And this effect has the added benefit of sending face-up cards, not just face-up monsters, so spell traps are susceptible to this card's interruption effect as well. Before I discuss any changes to this card, we should look at the monster mentioned in Demigod's text, Crystal God Tistina. Level 10 light aqua with 2...
This card is so funny, man. I can't believe this card exists in this state. It's just comical. There's no other word for it. It is comedy that this card was released the way it is.
1,000 attack and 3,000 defense that reads, during your main phase, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face-down defense position. Then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face-down defense position. Then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. You can only use each effect of Crystal God Tistina once per turn. So we got a theme here, right? Both of these monsters are the payoff for choosing to play the Tistina deck, each sporting a Karma Cannon style effect, but with different spell speed. I want to do a bit of cut and pasting on these cards, though. Demigod serves as an archetypal extender, but it's the one with the interruption version of the Karma Cannon effect, where the
Yeah, what if the extender was the one that you wanted to keep on the field?
hard to summon boss monster has the ignition effect. This requires you, as the Tistina player, to keep your extender on board, not using it for any Link or Xyz plays, whilst also investing resources into getting Crystal God on board.
Whilst
Alongside the Demigod. In my time with playing this deck, it's actually kind of rare that you're using Demigod as an interruption, and I think that's a big shame. It's clear that this was meant to be a core design element of the deck, but with the way that the text is now, you're barely able to make that interruption live. So let's move the quick effect text off of Demigod and onto Crystal God. This means that Crystal God being on board by itself is now an interruption. Demigod now has the ignition effect to Karma Cannon if the Crystal God has already been summoned. This change smooths out this issue, as you're not giving up an interruption by using Demigod as an extender for like a Link or a Varudris or something like that. And the Crystal God on its own can still be the interruption once you do the hard work of getting it on board. Next up, we got Sentinel of the Tistina. Sentinel's a level 3.
Oh, so the theater kid hates a flavorful lexicon. Rebecca, I don't want to talk to you about the word whilst. You are the #1 utilizer of the word whilst. You love using it.
Wind Aqua with 1,200 attack and 1,400 defense that says, if this card is in your hand or graveyard and you control a light Tistina monster, you can special summon this card. You can target one Tistina monster or one face-down card you control, destroy it,
it's
then
a good
add
word.
one Tistina card from your deck to your
Rebecca's
hand.
the wordler. The wordler.
So this is another promising card. A searcher for any Tistina card seems like a pretty reliable starter. Heck, it can even search another copy of itself. That's pretty cool. Furthermore, it has an extension effect that if you control one of the various boss monsters of the strategy, you can summon it. Nice. Now, if you'll notice by my tone, there's kind of an upcoming shift in opinion here. See, Sentinel is the poster child for the clunkiness and bizarre design of the Tistina cards. You would probably assume that there's another Tistina card that provides some type of effect when it's destroyed by a card effect. I will now present to you the Tistina card that I am alluding to. There isn't one. Sentinel...
Wait, that shit was funny.
must destroy a card in order to search, yet there is not a single card in the Tistina archetype that provides a beneficial effect when destroyed by one of your own cards.
Isn't that really funny? Dude, oh, this archetype was developed in a butt by shit. It's not shit from a butt. It never stood a chance.
This is maddening to me. If you were to normal summon Sentinel, use its effect to pop itself in search, there is not a single card that you could add that would allow you to continue playing. You couldn't add Demigod, the face of Tistina card just left the board because it destroyed itself. You couldn't add the field spell because, at the time, sending a Tistina name didn't accomplish anything here. Theoretically, you could add Breath, but this only works as a proper extension tool if you have another normal summonable Tistina name to be able to normal summon and set with Breath. And even if you did do that, you've now used both of your normal summons afforded to you by the archetype, so you wouldn't be able to tribute summon the Crystal God to have it on board with the Demigod, which is the deck's main interruption that it was designed around. Now, even with all this stated, the fact that Sentinel destroys cards to search is a unique bit of design. Popping set cards allows for way too many cute synergies, and anybody that knows me when deck building knows that I love cute synergies. I will, however, change the effect text from popping a face-up Tistina monster to a face-up Tistina card for reasons we'll get to later. Even with all the complaints that I made about Sentinel, this is still a card that has an effect to advance the deck's gameplay. The rest of the lineup of main deck monsters is so underwhelming and frustrating that I cannot believe that these cards were introduced in Duelist Nexus. Sharvara was released in Duelist Nexus. E-Pearly Noir and Emergency was in Duelist.
It's so funny to think about these cards in this context.
Nexus. Anyway, let's move on to Hound of the Tistina, a level 4 Earth Aqua, 1,800 attack, 700 defense, which reads, if this card is in your hand or graveyard and you control a light Tistina monster, you can special summon this card. You can only use this effect of Hound of the Tistina once per turn. Tistina monsters you control can attack directly while your opponent controls a face-down defense position monster. Like, genuinely, what am I supposed to say about this, right? It's a direct attacking effect printed on a card in the same set as Mirror Sword Knight. I get the theme here. Hound is supposed to be the aggressor, the attack dog of the Tistina, right? And the direct attacking effect isn't necessarily bad in the context of how the deck plays out. Also, it being a second extender allows it to be a viable send off the field spell, so it can summon itself to be another tribute material for Crystal God. But, like, come on. There wasn't even a way for this deck to amass 8,000 damage with Testina monsters attacking directly at the time of this card's release. Frankly, this card just needs to have an additional effect added to it. So let's add the effect to add back a Testina card from Graveyard on summon. Seeing as how Graveyard Recursion is something actually really lacking within this archetype, this would also give it some synergy with the field spell. Like, if you open Hound plus the field spell, you could send something like Demigod, then normal Hound, which would allow you to add back the Demigod to continue extending. You would even be able to get back Testina spell traps, which still, at time of writing, even with all this deck's waves of support, it still doesn't have the ability to do that. That's it for the monsters in the first wave of the archetype. 2 Bricky Engine requirements, and 2 cards that cannot start combos on their own. Disastrous. We do have some spell traps to talk about at least, so let's just get these out of the way. We should start with the field spell, because that's going to contextualize part of this deck's identity crisis. Divine Domain Batistina reads, during your...
This is the funniest one because it is a good card, but I mean, he explains it, but it does exemplify how fucking at odds with itself this deck is.
Main phase, you can send one Testina monster from your deck to your graveyard. Then if your opponent controls 3 or more face-up cards, you can special summon one Crystal God Testina from your hand or deck. You can only use this effect of Divine Domain Batistina once per turn. If this card in your field zone is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one Testina monster from your deck or graveyard. I hope after reading this card, you'll start to understand where people were getting a sense of promise from this archetype. A field spell that Foolish Burials a monster as an ignition effect once per turn is not something to ignore. And this field spell doesn't even have like a cost to do that. Other decks would kill to have a card like this in their lineup, let alone a Foolish Burial that has the opportunity to summon like a big boss monster from the deck and disincentivizes your opponent from destroying it. But alas, a Foolish Burial is only as good as the monsters you can send with it. And the only justification here was sending something like Sentinel or Hound if you already had access to Demigod. Because this field spell is the only enabler for cheating out the Crystal God, some people made the assessment that this deck was meant to be a blind second strategy, allowing your opponent to set up a board, which you would then use the field spell to summon Crystal God into and immediately threaten that Karma Cannon effect. I'm not sure if this is a wrong way to view the deck, but if we were to evaluate it as such, then it's just terrible, right? Your opponent needing 3 or more face-up cards in order to special summon Crystal God is certainly not a guarantee, and it incentivizes you as a player to let your opponent play as much as possible, which means you need to shy away from hand traps since you want your opponent to be setting up a board. Therefore, your hope is to draw the correct combination of board breakers and engine, since you need your opponents to play, but since we're getting full comboed every game, and the engine isn't strong enough to deal with established threats on its own, we shoehorn ourselves into needing that specific board breaker style non-engine that can't remove something from the board like a Regeki would. It has to be like Droplet or something. And as stated multiple times before, the deck can't OTK. It's like a disaster, like a train wreck. I'm serious. With my host of complaints about this card, this is the one I'm going to avoid patching a lot, as the newest piece of Testina support in Duelist Advance resolves almost all my issues with the field spell. The one change I want to make to Divine Domain Batistina, instead of just summoning Crystal God from hand or deck, I want it to be able to summon from the graveyard as well. I criticize people for evaluating this deck as a blind second deck at least a little bit, but I really can't blame them. This card summons a level 10 that has an ignition effect Karma Cannon, and that monster also does the Karma Cannon anyway when it's destroyed. Like, that is a good board breaker. But the fact that the Crystal God can just make its way to the graveyard and then the field spell's just never able to get it out again makes it so much worse than it needs to be. Now I'm going to do a quick deviation from the timeline here because I brought up a Miasma Dragon Testina like 2 or 3 times at this point. It is the newest one, so I'm certainly going away from chronological order here, but I want to talk about it. Miasma Dragon Testina. It's a level 10 Dark Aqua with 2,000 attack and 0 defense, and reads, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Testina monster from your deck to your hand, except Miasma Dragon Testina. Also, for the rest of this turn, light Testina monsters you control gain 1,000 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard and a card is in the field zone, you can special summon this card. Also, you cannot special summon from the hand or graveyard for the rest of this turn, except Testina monsters. You can only use each effect of Miasma Dragon Testina once per turn. It's like criminal that we didn't get this card until Duelist Advance. Miasma Dragon is what you'll be sending off the field spell on your first turn, which will allow it to trigger in the graveyard to summon itself, and then it triggers again on summon to search for a Testina monster. This could be Demigod or Sentinel, whatever you needed depending on the hand. This card allows for all copies of this field spell to be 1-card starters. Back to the first wave, and the next of the lineup of spells is Breath of the Testina, a continuous spell. It says, during your main phase, you can normal summon one Testina monster in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. You can target one face-up monster you control, or if you control a light.
Meanwhile, the Ashen support is interesting because it would be a really good one for this series.
Testina monster, you can target one face-up monster on the field instead, change that monster to face-down defense position, then add one Testina card from your deck to your hand, except Breath of the Testina. You can only use this effect of Breath of the Testina once per turn. Okay, so I can see the vision here. A design trend that I like to see in archetypes is cards which are good going first, but better going second. Cards like Incredible Ecclesia the Virtuous or Battle and Boxer Promoter are great play starters for their archetypes, but are even more threatening when you're playing into an established board because they can special summon themselves. Now, you would think Breath falls within this category of cards. However, Breath has the same unfortunate design flaw of the rest of the archetype up to this point because it doesn't do anything by itself. Breath is a consistency tool that requires you to put a monster on board for its search, sets the monster you summon so you can't use it as link material after that resolves, needs to set its target in order to resolve properly, and you don't want to play multiple copies of it as seeing more than one throughout a game provides you with no active benefit since its on-field effects are hard once per turns.
I'm going to let the dog out real quick.
So total rework needed. This card is
Okay,
actually
I'm
like
back.
awful. Let's change the effect to the following.
She had to
During the
pee.
main phase, you can normal summon one Tistina monster in addition to your normal summon or set. I still like this effect. It means we have extra tributes afforded to us to be able to get the Crystal God on board. So fine. Once per turn, if you control a
Peeps is
light
bald, by the
Tistina
way,
monster, you can target a monster on the field, change it to face down defense position. When this card is activated, you can add one level 4 or lower Tistina monster from your deck to your hand. You can only activate one Breath of the Tistina per turn. So this rework retains some of the original ideas on this card while allowing it to serve as an actual consistency tool. This also allows multiple copies of Breath on board to each individually activate their effects to set over the period of a game as you activate more copies of them, giving the deck a growing threat the longer the game goes on, which is kind of the point of the archetype. It's like the crystal is oncoming, you know? So I think it works.
It's crystallizing, right?
Really well. The last card in the first wave of Tistina support was a continuous trap, and I genuinely believe.
What the fuck is he gonna do with signs of the Tistina? I mean, look at this one.
I believe this is like tied for the worst card in the archetype. Signs of the Tistina reads, activate this card by targeting one face-up monster on the field, special summon this card as an effect monster, Aqua, Light, level 10, attack 0, defense 0, with the following effect. This card is also still a trap. During your opponent's turn, when that target leaves the field, destroy this card. During your opponent's turn, when this card leaves the field, destroy that target.
Why?
think the idea here was to have extra ways to get light Tistinas on board so that you could follow up by summoning your Sentinel and Hound out of the graveyard, but you can't even just summon it as a trap monster. It has to target something on board in order to summon itself. So what does it do? Block an opponent's attack? Seriously? Is that what they wanted you to do with this card? Let's just scrap this thing and start over. Let's just change this to special summon this card as an effect monster. Aqua, Light, level 10, attack 0, defense 0, with the following effect. This card is also still a trap. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon one Tistina monsters using monsters you control as a material, including this card. Xyz summon.
Okay, this is like a completely different card, but it is now interesting.
Monster using this card as a material gains this effect. Once per turn, quick effect, target one monster your opponent controls, change it to face down defense position. This allows the card to actually do something as an interruption in theme while keeping the flavor of being an extra body on board for follow-up. And yes, this does have an effect to Xyz summon a Tistina monster. One of the cards that they got in their waves of support was a rank 10 Xyz monster, which I will explain soon. And that was it for the first wave. A mess of confused card effects, but the bones of a potentially decent strategy if some of the positive attributes of these cards were expanded upon. But there's no need to belabor this point. We all know what's coming. The second wave of Tistina cards even further split the archetype's directions into a web of effects that does nothing to solidify its design. In order for some of the archetypal pieces in the second wave of support to make sense, I need to talk about the extra deck monster that was released in the second.
This part of the video like got me so angry I had to stop my car and like...
Tistina, the divinity that defies darkness, is a rank 10 light aqua Xyz with 2,000 attack and 3,000 defense. It requires 2 level 10 monsters and reads as follows. If this card is special summoned, you can send all face down cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. You can only use this effect of Tistina, the divinity that defies darkness, once per turn. Once per turn, if this card has Crystal God Tistina as material, you can detach one material from this card. It gains 2,000 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. If this card you control is destroyed by an opponent's card while it has material, you can special summon one Tistina monster from your graveyard. How dare you make a card with the coolest name ever? So
the divinity that defies darkness.
So bad. The divinity that defies darkness, bro. That's fucking awesome. And you made it dog shit. This is supposed to be the payoff and game ender of the Tistina strategy. An Xyz monster that wipes all cards you previously set with Crystal God, Demigod, or Breath that allows you to swing for a massive 4,000 damage hit. I have some issues with this design though. Firstly, the field wipe effect seems rather redundant, right? As long as there was a single face down monster on the opponent's side of the field, all Tistina monsters could attack directly anyway. So this isn't a removal effect that's really needed all that much. And this floating effect is just astoundingly bad, right? Yet another card in the archetype that triggers only when the opponent destroys it, by the way. No protection from outside of this to solidify your game push. It doesn't work with Sentinel. The attack gaining effect isn't permanent. It's so
and it only floats if it dies while it has material.
So strange to me. Like, why bother giving this card a bizarre...
Like, you could, like, fucking Zealantis this dickhead away.
Or floating effect if it isn't meant to be something that you make on your first turn, right? It's the game ender. It's not something you sit on as an interruption. There are cards later in the archetype which seem to push you in the direction of making this monster on your first turn, but it doesn't do anything to justify it being on board to do some sort of protect the castle game plan. Also, this card isn't a castle. It doesn't protect itself. Also, the board wiping effect lends itself to more moments of frustration when trying to push for game. Sure, this card wipes all the opponent's face down back row as well, but you aren't able to be selective about what cards get sent via this card's effect. This frequently puts you in a situation where you're actively sending something that is a detriment to do. Like, you don't want to get rid of it on board. A strange happenstance that mires TCG exclusive decks is their release into a competitive environment which is hostile to their game plan. Did you notice the attributes of the boss monster in this deck? See, Tessina came out during the Dune format with its second wave in Age of Overlord, and the competitive environment at this time was chock full of bestial monsters, a powerful dragon archetype that banishes light or dark monsters from either player's grave. Bestial Druisworm has the effect to send an opponent's special summon monster if it is sent to the graveyard. So, if you were able to establish Crystal God, set all of your opponent's monsters, then wanted to clear the rest of the opponent's field to go for game with Divinity, you couldn't, because Druisworm could probably be there. It would trigger to send the Divinity, and Divinity only floats if it's destroyed. I should also point out that Divinity was released...
It's so funny, dude. I'm sorry. It's just so funny.
In the same set as SP Little Knight. So every single deck in the game now had access to non-destruction removal. In all my time playing this deck, online on stream, at various tournaments in paper, Master Duel when it was released, I've resolved Divinity's effect to float twice. This is not an exaggeration. It's red pen time. Divinity's text is now going to read, to level 10 monsters, if this card is special summoned, you can choose any number of face-down cards your opponent controls, send them to the graveyard. You can only use this effect of Tessina, the divinity that defies darkness, once per turn. Once per turn, if this card has Crystal God Tessina as a material, you can detach one material from this card, it gains 2,000 attack, this is permanent. If this card you control leaves the field by another card's effect while it has material, you can special summon one Tessina monster from your hand, deck, graveyard, or banishment. Look, I am tired of there not being anything in the archetype that benefits from Sentinel's destruction. An Xyz monster floating into anything in the archetype from anywhere is a completely fine payoff, in my opinion. For the main deck monsters of the second wave, we have Fallen of the Tessina, a level 1 water aqua that reads, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, place one Divine Domain Tessina from your deck face up in your field zone. If a face up Tessina spell trap you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can banish this card, special summon one light Tessina monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only use each effect of Fallen of the Tessina once per turn. Thank God we have 3 more copies of the field spell that did absolutely nothing at the time. This card is fine, I guess, but it further frustrates me that it's another example of a card that gets a beneficial effect after your opponent destroys a Tessina spell trap. The deck already relies on specific boards from your opponent. Why further lean into this by benefiting from your opponent's destruction as well? Let's just change it to, if a Tessina spell trap you control is destroyed while this card is in your graveyard. This would allow Sentinel's destruction to be a meaningful in-archetype extender if paired with Fallen to place the field spell. This is another situation of I can see what they were going for. The face-up Tessina spell traps were meant to be an overwhelming crystal domain. The field spell sending something every turn, breath setting something every turn, keeping the opponents in this cavern of ice and effects that should be threatening and demand removal. But now Fallen is in the graveyard, which punishes the opponent for removing them, but it has no reliable way of being represented in an actual game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Next is Returned of the Tessina, a level 2 Fire Aqua. If this
Return of the Tessina.
This card is in your hand. You can target one Tessina monster you control, except Returned of the Tessina. Special summon this card, and if you do, its level becomes that targeted monster's level. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Aqua Xyz monster you control, attach this card to it as a material. You can only use each effect of Returned of the Tessina once per turn. This card provides a unique branch of play into the archetype. I guess all of the main deck monsters have different levels. Returned provides a branching line of play for the deck that allows for a wide array of Xyz summon options, theoretically allowing you to make rank 1s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 10s. Of course,
I know what's coming. I can't believe they did this.
I didn't say every number between 1 and 10 there, and there's a very important one that I skipped over, rank 2s. This card, it seems to almost be deliberately designed to not allow you to make totally awesome with
the archetype of aquas, and the only 2 can't be a 2!
That if you use it as an extender, which is fine. I just want to point it out as a personal gripe, I guess. If we're looking at the overall design choice, the goal is to be summoning Divinity as accessible as possible with this card. There are some trap cards that are meant to be set up alongside the Xyz, and the Xyz will re-summon itself when destroyed, which allows Returned to reattach itself to Divinity as the game goes on, as it keeps summoning itself from the graveyard, so it keeps having a material, so that way it keeps allowing Divinity to float. I do think the card is kinda cool, but it really should have something that benefits the Aqua Xyz monster having it as a material with some sort of additional protection. It's kind of strange too, there aren't really a lot of Aqua Xyz monsters, so I don't know why the distinction is to make it so it can reattach to an Aqua, but let's just slap another little beneficial thing on here where if this card is a material for an Aqua Xyz monster, the Aqua Xyz can't be targeted by card effects. I think that's fine. The last main deck monster in this archetype's lineup is Tainted of the Tessina, and if there was any other card in contention for worst Tessina card, it would be this.
This person does not believe in Junk Trunk, all right? This was a Junk Trunk staple.
Tainted of the Tessina is a level 5 Dark Aqua with 2,000 attack and 0 defense, which reads, you can tribute summon this card face up by tributing one face down monster your opponent controls. This card's level becomes 10 if it was normal summoned or set. If this card is sent to the graveyard, except from the field, you can target one Tessina monster you control. This turn, it can make a second attack during each battle phase, and you can only attack with one monster. This card got a QCR print. Danny bought me a
If you've ever seen the QCR of this, by the way, it's so funny. It's like, look at that, you can't read it!
A QCR Tainted of the Tessina as a gag gift, I guess. The idea is you have Breath with a light on board, you use Breath to set the opponent's monster, and then search
This
Tainted
lets the Xyz OTK? Oh, get ready.
Then you Tainted tribute over the opponent's monster that you just set. Then you overlay both for Divinity. Use Divinity's effect to boost 2/4K by detaching Tainted. The Tainted would then trigger to make Divinity attack twice, and then you would hit twice for 8K OTK. Hold on, I missed a detail there, didn't I? Divinity can only activate its effect for the 2K boost if it has Crystal God as a material. So in order to pull this hypothetical play off, you have to manufacture a game state where you summon Crystal God, then reserve one of your other normal summons to put Tainted on board. All of this hypothetical play needs to not be interacted with at all, and remember, you need to draw these cards to make this happen, not the Tainted or the Crystal God, because they can't facilitate this on their own. You need to draw the other cards in the deck. These cards are just engine requirements. While looking at the lineup of cards so far, there's this frustratingly clunky redundancy in how the designers wanted Tistina to close out the game. Crystal God can get summoned off the field spell if your opponent has 3 face-up cards, yet Breath and Demigod set monsters your opponent controls, which takes away from that overall face-up card count. Hound allows you to attack directly if your opponent has a set monster, but Divinity sends all the set cards, and Tainted tributes over a set monster. It's like this deck has 4 different OTK enablers, but with none of them actually facilitating a strong OTK plan. This is why I'm going to make Tainted a completely different card, right? I mean, obviously it needs to be. The card is awful in its current state. During the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can target one Tistina monster or one face-down card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. Then you can make this card's level become 10. Also, you cannot special summon from the hand or graveyard for the rest of the turn, except Tistina monster. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can banish this card from the field or your graveyard. The activated effect becomes destroy one face-up field spell your opponent controls.
Okay, this card's now fucking crazy.
You can only use this effect of Tainted of the Tistina once per turn. My goal with this redesign is to lean into one of the more interesting aspects of the deck, being Sentinel's ability to destroy your own cards, and to provide this deck with a seemingly obvious effect that it just never got in the archetype. I also don't think this would be overbearing, really, because there's no other effect negation anywhere in the archetype. So moving on to the spell in Wave 2. The spell, there's one spell in Wave 2. Play of the Tistina. It's a quick play that reads, special summon.
This one's funny because it gets played. They're playing this card.
Summon one Tistina monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position, but return it to the hand during the end phase. You can only activate one play of the Tistina per turn. How many times do I have to do the YouTuber, what do I even say? Oh my god, like, seriously, what do I say? A quick play spell that's Monster Reborn for the archetype. Cool! This is supposed to be something that either helps Tistina extend when going second, or can be set to put Crystal God on board during your opponent's turn to make Demigod live to activate its Karma Cannon effect. However, let's just think about a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the year of 2024. You have a face-up Demigod, a set play of the Tistina, and a Crystal God in the graveyard. Your opponent begins to take actions, and during their combo, you activate play to summon a Tistina from hand or grave. What incredibly strong non-engine monster do you think they will use to stop you from setting up your Karma Cannon effect here? That was played a lot in 2024. Look, to Play's credit, it doesn't target, so this can summon any Tistina monster during its resolution, but it is so painfully obvious what you would be going for here that the minute a Bestial monster enters your opponent's hand, the whole idea of this card is invalidated. And to rub salt in the wound, why does it have to bounce to hand during the end phase? It's clear here that the goal was to just summon Crystal God, so it's a detriment applied to a hard once per turn reborn effect for like no reason. Here's the redesign. Special summon one Tistina monster from your hand, graveyard, or banishment in defense position. Then, if the card was set before activation, you can special summon one Tistina monster from your hand, graveyard, or that is banished in defense position. You can only activate one play of the Tistina per turn. This redesign allows the card to more consistently fulfill its purpose, remaining as an extender when you're pushing through boards or interruption, but it also facilitates the Demigod interruption by summoning
Tainted and tribute his second face down. Wait, that's genius!
Both Crystal God and Demigod if you decide to set it on your first turn. Summoning from banishment would also cure this deck from the curse of being hit by Bestials when released in the most Bestial format of all time. That's the only spell that was released for this deck in Wave 2, and I feel the need to remind you. Age of Overlord, Imseti, Diabellstar, Snake-Eye Ash, but Tistina gets a once per turn reborn that returns to the hand in the end phase. Epic. The last two cards brought into the archetype are 2 trap cards. Looping back around to the point made in the early bits of this video, this did not help with Tistina's identity crisis, right? You have the field spell, which is like a board breaker, and then there's now, what, 3 trap cards in this deck? Let's just take a look at them. Discordance of the Tistina is a normal trap that states, activate one of these effects. If you control a Tistina monster, banish 1 card from your opponent's graveyard face down. If you control a Tistina monster special summon from the extra deck, banish all cards from your opponent's graveyard face down. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Tistina monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use 1 Discordance of the Tistina effect per turn, and only once that turn. Where is this effect coming from? I honestly don't get this one, but I'm hesitant.
I like he's like, we didn't want this.
To change it, because if you have it paired with the Xyz monster, you banish all cards from the graveyard face down. That's a pretty unique interruption. Banishing face down is like a really permanent form of removal in the game. So I guess if I'm going to make one change to it, I would like the graveyard effect to add a Tistina card from grave to hand. Obviously, that's such a simple improvement and not too creative of a patch or a redesign, but with play being this card that you want to keep activated and bringing your Tistina cards back, it would be nice if this card allowed you to just get any Tistina spell trap rather than just a monster. We've come a long way, but we need to talk about the last card released for the Tistina archetype, a continuous trap, Embrace of the Tistina, which reads, when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you can target that monster, change it to face down defense position. During the end phase, you can target one face down defense position monster your opponent controls, take control of that monster. You can only use each effect of Embrace of the Tistina once per turn, and can only activate them while you control a Tistina monster with 3,000 or more defense. This deck has 3 trap cards in it. The only cards that meet the activation requirement for Embrace are Crystal God and Divinity. So you're expected to play this card in a going first Tistina strategy, which turbos out either the Xyz or Crystal God on your first turn, but you also need to reserve one of your searches for this, because there's no way you're playing more than one of this. Like, how would you ever set this card up? I'm trying to manufacture a world in which this card ever activates its effect. I have no idea. I do not know what they were thinking here. I just have to change this card completely. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can change one monster your opponent controls to face down defense position, and if you do, negate that activated effect. During the end phase, you can target one face down defense position monster your opponent controls, take control of that monster. You can only use each effect of Embrace of the Tistina once per turn, and you can only activate them while you control a light Tistina monster. This makes it where it can chain to any monster effect and book any of those monsters, and provides the archetype some monster effect negation, which, again, nowhere else in the archetype, even after all the redesigns we've made, there's the replacement effect we gave to Tainted, but this is still unique within the archetype. I kind of like the face down defense position snatch stealing sort of thing. That's unique, right? So that's that. All of my redesigns for how Tistina could have looked if there was some more care and not so much fear in the balance of these cards. That's a point that I really want to lean into with this series as I look at these archetypes that didn't see a lot of success in the modern metagame and discuss some of the things like the overbalancing of the cards. A lot of the archetypes I love have those sort of really restrictive effects or very overbearing activation conditions that I just don't think that the archetype really needed, and that's a shame. Tistina is an archetype with beautiful art. I think Embrace is a gorgeous card. I think Tistina, the divinity that defies darkness, is one, again, a cool as hell name. It's a beautiful card. The summoning animation of divinity is crazy. The archetype really had a lot of love and theming put into it, but it strays from that theming in such bizarre, strange ways. The good news is that Genesis format now exists, and I have been playing a Tistina deck in that format to pretty good success. I've played it on stream, where I actually did resolve the floating effect of Divinity a couple more times. I thought about it after I wrote the script, and that number I said earlier was actually not true if I included the Genesis format games. Yeah, I'm happy an environment exists now where these lower-powered and overbalanced decks can see some more play. Hopefully I was able to keep the flavor of this deck alive whilst just removing some of those frustrating things from the archetype and allowing some of the tools to be more activatable within the deck. As we go on with the series, I'm actually going to involve you, the community, in my Discord to suggest edits to the archetypal cards, and I will shout you out. If I like some things about it, maybe I'll modify it a little bit if I think the design is a little too crazy, but either way, I'll still shout you out because this is a really cool thought experiment. I like looking at cards from an objective view, seeing why they didn't do so well in their competitive history, and then talking about it. Talking about card design is something that I have loved in my time with this game. The next one we're going to do is probably going to be something like Flame Swordsman. I'm going to start with some of my faves, and maybe I'll engage with the community more and start a Patreon where people can vote on which deck I do next. So if that's something you're interested in, sound off in the comments. And if you want to get involved in helping talk about how these archetypes could have been improved and patch them with me, join my Discord. It'll be in the description. So thanks, everybody. I look forward to doing the next one of these for you. Peace out.
This was really interesting. I liked this a great deal. Remember, we are liking the video. We are subscribing to the channel. We are sending a comment. It is just so funny the way Tistina works. Like the moment when he's talking about the different mechanisms by which the OTK can happen, I was like, I can't believe they did this, man. That's fucking unbelievable. That the deck works in this annoying ass way. Oh my god.
It's no secret to anyone.
Why are you linking it? We already have it pinned. Let's watch this though. Ooh, Shoe Shining. This is from Mr. Shoe Shine. Oh my god, he's scrubbing. Ooh. They're doing that to me later tonight, are they? That still looks pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Oh! He just kept his leg in for that? Okay, now it does look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good now. Can you stop rubbing my foot? Ugh. We gotta watch the Sliwa cat video. It's 21 minutes.
Hi. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm Amy.
Oh, pleasure.
Nice to
Amy.
meet you. Hi.
Glad for the group. I've sort of been a cat myself because I think I've pretty much used 8 out of my 9 lives.
Oh, really? This is whenever you're talking about cats, so maybe they're the aren't the majority. Surely the other cats.
Stop.
Because you've got 18 cats. Would you take
He's got 18 cats. Oh my God.
any more?
Absolutely.
Do you have a limit?
No limit. When Nancy spots a cat on death row, she immediately texts me or whatever. She sends me a picture. She says, if we don't rescue this cat, it's going to be killed. I said, go for it.
Are you single-handedly changing the image of cat ladies?
I think so, by having run for mayor on a platform of no-kill shelters and everybody associated.
Oh, man. Click this. Okay, sure. I'm stupid.
What my 23-month-old
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
ate or didn't eat today. For breakfast, I got 2 apples and peeled off the skin and then cut the apples up in the container. I then added some water to the container and popped on a lid, but didn't fully.
Wait. No, I don't need to know about the 23-month-old. I need to know about the 10-year-old.
What my 23-month-old ate or didn't eat today. For breakfast. What my very particular 10-year-old ate or didn't eat today. For breakfast, I was trying him with something new. He doesn't like cereal because he doesn't like milk, so I just gave him some Cocoa Pops with no milk and thought he might enjoy them as they.
Oh, we did this one already.
What my very particular
All right, here we
10-year-old ate or didn't eat today. For breakfast, he wanted 2 chocolate chip brioche rolls, which was a change to his usual Nutella pancakes that he wants every single day. And he ate the whole lot and was still hungry, so I cut him up an apple and he left about a third because he was too full up to finish. I then made
We
his
did
packed
this one
lunch
too.
What my soon-to-be 3-year-old. What my very particular 10-year-old ate or didn't eat today. For breakfast, I toasted him 2 slices of bread. Usually he only likes white bread toasted with the crust cut off, but I tried him with seeded bread recently and he did enjoy it. I left the crust on today too, and then spread his favourite spread over, Nutella, and cut each slice in half, and he ate the whole lot. I then made his packed lunch for school with a red apple and some dried mango pieces. Then a meat section with 5 mini chicken satays and a packet of Fridge Raiders too, which I kept in the packet so that the flavours didn't mix together. For today's crisps, he was trying something new, these sour cream and chive pop-outs, and for his main, I gave him some Mexican-style rice in his thermopot to keep it warm with a hot pepperami which I cut up and mixed into the rice. And for his sweet treat, I gave him his favourite, an angel slice. And there was his lunch already, and he left some of the crisps. For dinner, I made a dinner that was once his favourite, spaghetti bolognese. I served some spaghetti in his bowl and then spooned on the bolognese, and he's really hit and miss with beef mince nowadays, so I never know if he will eat all of this dinner or not. And he ate the whole lot of the spaghetti. And maybe passed some mince and veg and said he was all done. He then wanted an ice lolly for dessert,
Okay.
so I gave him a
Good
twister
enough.
and he ate the whole
Good
lot.
enough.
And then an hour later said he was still hungry, which I assumed he would be after leaving so much of his dinner. So I gave him a picky plate with a croissant, some mixed peppers, orange and yellow, which I cut into strips, and a packet of quavers, and he ate the whole lot. What my
Damn.
very
Good eating today, I gotta say. Okay, wait, hold up. What are Fridge Raiders? Because she always gives these kids Fridge Raiders. What are they? Oh my God, what? Busy days need an easy choice like Fridge Raiders when it comes to snacking. Slow roasted chicken bites. What the fuck? Fridge Raiders grills. Roast chicken mini filet. What the fuck? Oh my God. You people are eating slop. Do we have these in America? Please tell me we don't. Oh my God. I searched Fridge Raiders and the top one is from a subreddit called r/ultra processed foods. It says, my kids won't eat any meat, just ultra processed chicken Fridge Raiders and pepperomis. That's the shit that kid was just eating. Isn't that song so good? Yeah, it's really good. They look like Tyson chicken fingers. Oh, yeah. Have you heard the Postman Pat song? Yeah, I have. Let's watch this guy go to court without pants.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. This judge was confused because this police officer showed up to virtual court without any pants on.
Good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
Have you got some pants on, officer?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. He's on Zoom. He doesn't, honestly, does he need pants? Come on.
Why would you eat something so spicy that it makes you sweat like this?
They just don't get it.
It's him.
They don't get it. They don't get it. Oh, a comic dub.
Hey Rika, I'm home sorry for being late. It seems she's napping as usual, but why is she sleeping like this? But if that's what she wants, who am I to judge? Hopefully she doesn't wake. Is this some kind of test? I knew this would work. Her body is shaking all over. Wow, I guess I should visit her often while she's sleeping. Oh crap, I should hurry up before she wakes up. Oh geez, that girl went totally overboard. I hope she visits me again.
You're not driving now, are you? You look like...
I am, sir. I got an ear headset on.
You can't drive while we're conducting court, for the God's sakes.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
Stop smoking, will you?
I know it. That's my only habit, though.
No. I mean, you're still in court here. I can't have you smoking in court, all right?
Well, you know what? I didn't think about that. I'm sorry.
You're not driving.
Stop smoking. I know. No, like you have to stop smoking. It's court. Okay. This guy seems great. Let him go. Let him go, man. Let him go. Headphones on too. Let him go. Do we want to do Farfa's mental health video? We can do that. No. Okay.
Really difficult to start these type of things, and not really sure where to begin, but I figured I would do something good this month.
Whoa. Okay, honestly, pretty excited to hear, because I mean, as a frequent viewer of the Farfa channel, I don't think we've seen any yet, so I'm excited.
That's just probably talk about something that is important to a lot of people, and something that I think is particularly important in our space specifically. It's currently November, which is usually seen as Mental Health Month, particularly Men's Mental Health Month, which is important, which is something that I suppose doesn't really get a lot of exposure or enough real serious discussion and thought behind it, especially from us, men themselves.
Wait. Are there any men here?
I think too often we push things to the wayside, try to put our heads down and just get on with careers, hobbies, distractions, and just kind of not really think about it that much. But I wanted to try and use my, in the grand scheme of things, minuscule platform to hopefully just kind of shine a light for a lot of you who are part of my audience and my community and comprise the totally diverse, wonderful 98.6% demographic of male audience according to my YouTube analytics. So there's a lot of you here, clearly.
What is this video about? I'm like...
And I think that's a good thing in a way, because we do share a lot of stuff in common with one another. This being the biggest one, the children's card game hobby, of course, that you've all come to know and love through my content, whether being entertained, informed by it, or just dabbling here and there. I think it's a great hobby, a fantastic hobby, and I think that without you, I would have definitely struggled in many aspects of my life or found other outlets and alternatives to processing issues or dealing with things. And that's not to say you shouldn't deal with things other than just doling it out or something. But I think it's important for men to have hobbies, to have interests, and to have things that you can really dedicate in a healthy way. A competitive outlet, a way to sort of find something to progress forward through, whether getting better at it, whether getting more success through it, and stuff like that, within reason, of course, not foregoing other responsibilities in the process. And so I was thinking about this just over the course of the last couple of days as we're approaching November, the darker months, the daylight saving, seasonal depression can sometimes settle in for a lot of people. And I was wondering, you know, outside of the game itself, like how many friends do I have? How many people do I talk to? And without oversharing or trauma dumping too much, I think it would be important to bring up some things that perhaps a lot of people can relate to, and which is why I'm tying this into having a hobby and why it's so important, and that is loneliness, I think, is something that's extremely common among...
Is he not going to tell us how many friends he has? Farfa, you have me. We're great friends. How many friends do I have that I could really, really trust with, like, important stuff? Probably like a dozen. Farfa, chat.
Young adult males, and it's something that is it's really serious. It's genuinely one of the slowest, most deadly killers among men is loneliness, and it can lead to high suicide rates. It can lead to chronic health issues, both physical and mental. And I think it's important to really emphasize and encourage the social aspect of the game and the ability to connect with one another, with one another outside of just Discord archetype communities or content creator communities.
You gotta go out. You gotta go outside. You gotta go outside. I mean, this is kind of the elevator pitch for playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the game forces you to interact with other people, and everyone's so atomized. It's so hard to meet new people when you're the advanced age of like 23 or God forbid 24. That it's nice to have an outlet that kind of does it for you.
And really talk to people who you share a space with, whether that be at locals, whether that be with people you've grown to love the game with. I experience it myself really often. And it's something that I try and maybe encourage myself to do more of, is to socialize and talk more, because ultimately I think a really hard question that I came to ask myself,
nice Yu-Gi-Oh
realized
people?
was,
yes,
out of all of the people in the so many hundreds of different interactions with other men and other human beings that I've encountered over the last few years, would I ever want to, or would I ever interact with these outside of a tournament setting or like the local card shop once in a while? And the answer for the 99% of cases is no. And that's kind of sad, and that's kind of perhaps a little bit unhealthy. I think having hobbies and social structures in place for yourself to have healthy outlets is really good. But I think it's important to maybe, and what I'm trying to do with this video and encourage, is perhaps utilizing that space a little bit more for not just card games. Like maybe, and again, I'm speaking to myself more so than anyone, or I'm not trying to lecture or, you know, even really give advice. I suppose just really emphasize, like, I should try and talk to people on a more human level, go to events more, go to locals more, and just really ask, like, how's things? Like, how are you doing? How did you get here? What's been going on? We
sit down across from your opponent and be like, how'd you get here? And they'll be like, it all started in 2002.
haven't seen each other in many months or weeks. Like, how are things? Like, that type of thing. And I think that would go a long way for so many of us in this space, because loneliness is a huge thing and a real serious threat to men's mental health. And I think it's important to talk about that. For other aspects that I suppose a lot of people can relate to, I guess it just really depends. You know, I had in my mind when I started this that I'd probably go over like 3 main things that I think specifically are important for men to discuss and talk about, especially in gaming spaces, whether that be number 1, loneliness, or number 2, just general struggles, material struggles. And I think that's probably one of the most
material struggles.
important things, especially in this
So how's it going? You getting your money up or your funny up?
day and age, cost of living and standard of living dropping significantly comparatively to where we were many years ago. And I don't think this is supposed to be political. I don't think this is supposed to be...
You got to do it, Farfa. You got to say it. Come on. You got to say it.
An economic discussion of sorts, but it is important to recognize that a lot of people struggle. A lot of people are not doing all right. Going paycheck to paycheck. And as men, I think specifically...
I think as men, we need to clean out the coastal cities.
Particularly those with families. Usually the role of provider can fall onto our shoulders, and that can be really hard. That can be really difficult with having such a weight of responsibility, with having such a profound effect on the people around us, partners, children especially, that we may take care of. It's huge. It's really a massive burden. And I know that a lot of people in this community are at my age and my generation who have families, who don't have a family, maybe a career, a business that you're trying to work on, and it can really, really be hard. Always focusing on and chasing numbers and growth and all this kind of stuff is a big struggle.
Yeah, this is especially with YouTube, which is harder than your 9 to 5. It is just a way to speedrun getting mental illness, because it's like, here's a million analytics about why you're washed.
And I think it's something that probably a lot of you can relate to, whether that be simply just comparing it to the deck building, to Yu-Gi-Oh, to the gaming hobby of trying to do better, trying to talk more, trying to gain more success. That can also translate into your career, your progression through developing a business or getting through school and stuff. Like, it's all has a lot of parallels that can be very exhausting, and it weighs down on you mentally. And I guess I would probably just say sometimes, if you can afford the time, if you do have the opportunity, it's important to unplug a little bit and just talk to...
Log off! Never!
Talk about what you're going through with the people around you. And so I think life is difficult, life is hard, life is rewarding at the same time. And it's important, again, just to emphasize how much I have learned through social interactions, even online with so many different people, what I can do to better be there for other people, and what I can do to better be there for friends, for family. And so much of this struggle can really boil down to communication. Speaking to your spouse, speaking to your partner, your friends, family. It just really feels like many issues can at least not be solved, but the burden can be somewhat relaxed with more communication with one another. And I would like to encourage you for this month to do something like that for yourself. Do something like that to help you decompress, not alone, not isolated, but with other people, with someone else. Reach out to a friend that you haven't spoken to in a while that you really miss. Family members maybe you haven't spoken to in a while. It's such an important thing, and it's hard, especially this time of year, to really reach out and do things like that. Christmas period coming up, a lot of expenses associated with that for people. So I think if I was to say anything from my personal perspective, it would just be focus on the things that matter the most. Even if it can be just your hobby right now. Focusing on that in a healthy, constructive way, in a social circle with other people, I think can definitely make you happier. And I think it can definitely bring about some form of relaxation and a way to get just unplugged from everything going around this time. Yeah, so like I said, I don't want to go too deep into other things or personal stuff with myself, but I did want to talk about this on this occasion during November. It's something that I experience year to year. The isolation, the loneliness, it really creeps in at this period in time. And I think you should do yourself a favor and reach out to others around you. I'll leave a link in the description to a men's mental health charity that I'm particularly fond of. I would encourage you, if you can, to do anything financially in that regard to give and help wherever possible. This isn't sponsored. This isn't, anything like that. I'm just doing this out of my own volition, on a whim, deciding that I would talk this out. And perhaps in some ways it'll be therapeutic for myself, but also for you, my community. I think it's important to bring up some of the things that I mentioned, especially during this time of year. It can be really hard, especially in a space where our mental health isn't taken as seriously, or it isn't given as much of a focus by ourselves, by men themselves. Again, to emphasize, we ourselves are our biggest enemy. Telling ourselves to man up and just to get through things, that sometimes can be good in some ways. Sometimes you do just need to give yourself a kick up the ass, but another way to look at it is you do need people around you and support. And I hope you find that, and I hope you get that for yourselves, especially through the amazing social hobby that we all share. All right, see you guys in the next one. Back to the dumb memes and funnies tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Huh. Well, thank you, Mr. Farfa. Let's see the comments. What MasterChef does to a motherfucker. Come on. Tim, Farfa, don't scare me like that. I hope you're okay, man. Oh, a lot of these are very sad. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh. Ah. That actually sucked. I was not particularly excited about that one. What the fuck? Let's do the Twitter thread. Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and we are back with another Twitter thread. Today we're talking about engines, the things that make your deck tick. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is always in this weird push-pull. You've got archetypal decks that are mostly playing one specific series of cards, and you've got a big 60-card pile of slop that's jammed as many complementary engines as possible inside it. Today, I'd like to ask you about those. What are your favorites to play and why? And I'm going to begin with this one that's become really popular really recently, Miracle Raven and its ilk. This card, along with one of the new Nouvelle monsters, has featured in a whole host of decks, but most notably Yummy, where it performs an incredible function accessing Mitsurugi. Anyway, let's see what you all came up with. Dyer says, making a level 5 synchro, in-engine hand rip, modern cards, leave spellcasters on board. I think this engine might be kind of good in a specific deck. What it does. It's going to be generator. Once I see the first generator card, I'm just turning it off. All right. Killer Kiwi says, I'll add cash cards to any deck. I don't care. I don't care. Dark Magician cash, already done it. Pearly cash, why not? Fiendsmith cash, so sexy. You guys cannot stop me. The thing about cash tier is very infrequently do those cards actually accomplish the deck's linear game plan. They're mostly just there to be there, and frequently that's enough. God, Fiendsmith cash was such a neat deck. Oh! Unicorn wins games? Yeah, now that people are shelling out money for extra copies of their extra deck monsters. Foxy has a great one. If we search in fours, we make in circular. Wait. If we make in fours, we search in circular, and we're watching people go, I thought they locked you. They don't. No, they don't. Shouts out to this 3-card pile that was in a lot of strategies that were just like, you know, if I go for Alan Bershin, I can just win the game on the spot. Grab the circular, circular out. Send Nabla. Alan Bershin a cycle into the Nabla, into the diameter, and boom, you've got the material necessary for the super factorial. Abyss has a great one. I cannot comprehend how good people genuinely... Abyss has a good one. I still cannot comprehend how people wanted Adventure Hit. Obviously, it was good for a brief time, but it got outpaced so insanely quickly, while the decks that really made use of it got worse and worse. The adventure cards were incredible for a number of reasons. Obviously, the fact that they could be put into anything, but also their incidental synergy with cards like Cherubini or decks that just needed extra material on field was fantastic. That said, they never felt bannably strong, and it was crazy that they released Hit on Master Duel, one of a really weird series of changes that I'm glad they stopped doing for the most part. They were most effective with that kitchen sink deck that just didn't really make it stateside, thanks to the fact that we have a completely different ban list. Spence says, give me any Time Wizard format where it's remotely playable, and I will jam 3 Pyramid Turtle and whatever its best, biggest target is into the format into every list I make. Bonus points if I can fit Giant Rat in there too. So this is a you problem, but also, yes, it is funny to be like, oh yeah, until like 2013, I was willing to put some number of zombie cards in pretty much anything. They are so self-contained and so powerful. No. What? This isn't an engine. This is just Ultimate Slayer. Triff says people will find out just how broken this card is soon enough. Didn't he win a YCS with this card? People should already know. Cianuro says, since the release of Vanquished Soul on Master Duel, I've really liked running a Kashtira package with it. I can search for Riseheart, even through Rhoda, Durandal. If I have Raisin, I can use him and Fenrir to reveal for VS effects. This was super popular when Vanquished Soul was everywhere, but after the release of Canines, you don't really need it. Did you know this Materia Raptor support released in the same set they made an Evil Hero retrain that wanted you to play Avion and Burstinatrix? You can reveal this card from your hand and discard one other card. Add one level 3 normal monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. No. 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 The Materia Raptors are a great example of this as well. These cards were just unthinkable in so many levels 3 strategies, but they have never seen the light of day in anything remotely competitive. Shouts out to Dymax, who keeps claiming that they're going to be broken in something 3 related. 3 axes is fun. It is. Mordiel has a great one. It's got to be the Therions. Regulus can equip a machine or a Therion, and of course that was where most people stopped, but some others were playing Reaper Foom, which like lets you bounce cards. The plant one is around. Do you guys remember when people were playing Bull Ein in decks they registered for events? God dang. Oh, God. Yeah, Fright for Patchwork was in anything that even remotely glanced at a polymerization for a while. It, of course, gets you access to polymerization, but also gets you access to a material you can poly with, an Edge Imp Chain that then floats into more material. This card was expected to be broken on release, and then it took forever to get imported to the United States, and then was immediately broken on release. This shit is 33 in Genesis? It is. And they still play it. As Rate format's biggest preacher, boy, do I sure love the Rat Pier Shuffle. Yeah, I don't think you need to sell people on playing the Zodiac engine and everything during Rate format. They were already doing it. One thing I've been trying to make work is a Shizu Shuffler plus Herald of Orangelight in Genesis. The idea is just to run it in a fairy deck that could benefit off Earth Fairy extenders, but Vernisylph isn't enough of its own strategy. Maybe Dolce might work, but I don't know how that works. This is a great one. The Vernisylphs, Mudora, Keldo, and Herald of Orangelight have become this little package that I consider anytime I even glanced at a deck that has Earth Fairies in it. I'm like, well, I could just play 9 extra cards that get me access to the Shufflers, maybe effect negation and this like consistency boost from the Vernisylphs. Usually what ends up happening is I just lose to Droll. Toy Box, great one from Adam Ada. The utility of getting cards to use as resources for the archetype, like Magician Souls, draw 2, White Forest for Cold Fusion, pop them with Sentinel of the Tistina because you can, Eldritch, and get bodies that can link climb, not hard ones per turn. My favorite part of the Toy Box engine obviously has got to be the fact that it special summons a bunch of monsters and gets you access to a bunch of really powerful effects really early. My second favorite part is that it is made with amnesthetic ink, which makes opponents forget that it has a second effect. That first line of text, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send a face-down card you control to the graveyard to destroy that opponent's monster. What? Oh, I probably won't include this one, but I think the Hieratics were a big enough package I wouldn't feel comfortable calling them an engine. You know, this is a weird one, but I do have to agree. Yeah, I do have to agree. Branded Fusion, of course, is the hallmark card for Branded, Despia, a deck that has been everywhere forever. But for a considerable amount of time, Branded Fusion was just a thing some decks played. Like a couple of cards that facilitated this crazy play. Voiceless Voice, for instance, could play it to get a light monster into the graveyard. It's sort of just Foolish Burial. The thesis of Branded Adventure was that Branded Fusion really is the only branded card you have to be playing anyway. It's like a reverse Mitsurugi. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No. Well. Guess what engine technically becomes splashable and volcanic thanks to this card? No. I mean, it doesn't do anything Volcanic wants to do. Okay, Half Miss has a great one. Obviously, I'm biased here because the engine is so good in Zoo, but the Armored Xyz stuff is sick. The rank 3 that's not in this image, but Xyz Armor Fortress, Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer, Armored Xyz, and Full Armored Xyz is just a really cool package that you can even shave down to just a single main deck card in the Full Armored Xyz and get a whole bunch of end board pieces as a result. The only problem with it is it eats up extra deck slots. It enables some 6 synergies like discard fodder and equip triggers, and it's seen a cool resurgence thanks to Genesis. I love this a lot, especially in the 3-axis decks we were talking about a little bit earlier. It is such a cool part of an end board that gives your deck some real layered interaction. I'm not in it for the levels. I'm not even in it for the draw 3. I'm here to win exactly 1 game because I banished an engine requirement. I will never forget. I think at the Philly Regional, I played against a deck that had Runics in it during Snake Eye format. And they go for one of the Runic spells that banishes 3, and they banished, not joking, a 1 of Poplar. No. Here's what it was. They banished, not joking, Poplar, Flamberge Dragon. We just like both looked at each other and I was like, I don't think I can win anymore. Like I don't think I have the capacity to win anymore. They were like, "Are you on 3 Poplar?" I was like, "No." Obviously not. Shadows are always a fun engine to cram into decks, whether it be Fusion as a board breaker, Apocalone adds Schism, or Genius as a weird discard in Pearly. Yeah, these are all correct. Shadow Fusion has become a really powerful going second tool. A lot of decks play it to this day. Shadow Schism found off Apocalone is a cool thing a significant amount of decks were doing because it was just so stinking available to anyone who sent cards from their extra deck to the graveyard. Maximus was great for this. And of course, Genius just is strong. There's a lot of mechanisms by which you can get this card into the graveyard, but the important part of this is you can just negate an effect monster on the field if you send it to the graveyard by any means, as long as those means are card effect. Can 2 cards be considered an engine? Man, this fell all the way off. Why don't people play this shit anymore? For the low price of 1 main deck slot, you can turn any 2 bodies into a Black Horn of Heaven and an MST. Spoiler alert, it's not good. It's crazy this doesn't see play. Why don't people play this in Genesis? Shouts out to Dodo Warrior and the rest of the Automat engine for being able to make 2 level 4s without your normal 4. King of the Pharaoh Imps for Mitsurugi, Infernal Flame Banshee for Ryziel, Gallant Granite for Fossil Dine, and Nibiru Megalith name for Genesis. Dodo Warrior is one of those cards that is just going to live in my head rent-free from now until the end of time. This card is really, really strong. In Genesis, it is an absolute house. It's pointed at 7, and I think that's still too little. But I think it is going to see a resurgence in the TCG as well. It's just such an incredible mechanism to not commit to the board, but threaten a whole bunch of really powerful effects. Magistus, for me, is the one I fell in love with at first play. It can do everything. Your deck has a rank 4 starter. We got to protect it with an Omni Negate, a Monster Negate, and a Synchro 8. We can go to 12 if you want. You can just use them for 4 bodies, too. What are you talking about? What the fuck is this? I've never seen this person in my life. Spenta is legit the card of 2025. Well, we're 1 month away and we don't have it yet. Did you know Spoon has a Poplar? Yeah, it's Crowley. I ain't doing this. Fuck you. Oh. Master Duel specific, but I've been adding this idiot to every deck I build. A free rank 4 to get a search, Synchro 8, 10, 12, and a pen summon on top of it is too good to pass up. I've tried tinkering the TCG, but without Scarecrow, it's just not the same. We were mercifully prevented from seeing decades of people tinkering with this card by the ban of Scarecrow. I think in Master Duel, people don't consider it just because it's so susceptible to the powerful hand traps that exist in that game, but Wakaushi really can do Cold Fusion, and as long as you lead him, you don't have to worry about his stupid spell trap effect thing. Scarlin's got a good one. Got to be rep for this, I think. We haven't seen this card yet, but it just came out. This card is crazy in Genesis and in Branded, but I think it was super underestimated how powerful it is to just jam in a deck like Draco Tail with your Albaz Fusion of choice, and it might end up being just the best build of those decks. This card is just a does-it-all card. And I think a lot of people are going to be considering it in the TCG, as well as, of course, in Genesis, where it is massively pointed. Target a face-up card on the field, destroy it, and you get to plus off of the Fallen of Albaz Fusion in the end phase. I mean, that's really strong. Predaplants. I remember when Orpheus Scorpio and Darlingtonia Cobra came out, I was so thrilled by them as an engine. I made 5 back-to-back videos dedicated to them in everything I could think of. I've had a couple of cards released that I had this feeling about as well, but Orpheus Scorpio really can do almost anything. So I understand why you had this reaction. It's frustrating that its legacy has mostly been featuring in Wombo combo decks, but it has still had staying power. I mean, wasn't it featured in that Predaplant deck that was good a couple of years ago that played like some branded cards? Damn, Orpheus Scorpio is a good card. Darlingtonia Cobra, unfortunately, keeps ending up in my hand. Oh, man. I can't believe they pointed this fucking guy. I loved that Genesis had its own mascot hand trap. I'm old enough to remember when every single deck was running a small Dogmatica package because it was so potent and easy to access. Yeah, it gets you to the Shadows we mentioned earlier as well. You could go Ecclesia, go get a Fleur-de-Lis, Punishment, Maximus. Oh, man. Weird time to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh, though. Ooh! true. Yes, dog. Absolutely. I've always been a fan of Assault Mode. I should really start testing the new stuff and see what the engine can do this days. Well, I can tell you, Reflector featured in a great number of synchro spam material decks. They did have to play some terrible ass cards to facilitate it, but the payoff was you just got like 19 pieces of material for free. It's crazy to hear, by the way, that that engine has just completely fallen off. I remember when it was like the new hotness, and now it's the new nothing. Why is no one playing this? The Ghost Trick engine will be dear to my heart. Go into a Ghost Trick Xyz, rank into Angel, detach Xyz for Shot. Shot, bring back the detached Xyz into another, into make F0. Sure, you're 5 down on extra deck spaces and you run the worst brick ever, but it does make a negate. Literally true. It literally does make a negate. I mean, what do you want me to say? It makes a negate. It literally makes a negate. It does take 5 extra deck slots. They really gave this thing the sickest name ever. How could I not run this engine in everything? This card is just fantastic, and they keep giving it better support cards. It's weird. As the support for this little sub-archetype has gotten better, they have seen less and less play. People just tested them and found them a little bit lacking. I love the new Metal Morph cards. I think they're super cool. It's fun that they have an Omni Negate, but unfortunately now it's like the 4th thing you search in Dragon Link and nothing else. Remember when people played this in Sprite? Regrettably, I do. E-Telly for M05, M05 for Mutant is 2 bodies, and you can convert it into a spell negate if you play an extra brick, which of course I was not willing to do. That was an interesting time to be playing, but boy, these cards are really bad. From Dino to Metal Foe to Sword Soul, if you can make a level 5 synchro, you too can brick on a counter trap. It's really hard to explain to new players how many people thought this was worth doing. Like, I thought it was worth doing until they unbanned Danglong, and I was like, I'll take a shot at it, and realized it was really bad. Forever, this was part of N boards. Ding Dong into 9 pillars with a Zephyra Nui in the deck as well. There are better versions now. Scarlon is in chat defending the new Vsauce synchro, the one whose name I struggled to say. But this card, unfortunately, was totally left behind. For me, it's got to be Izana plus Lupus. Outside of a dedicated strategy that can use the K9 cards as a secondary engine of the deck, I love being able to flex these as hand traps and can go into a rank 5 on your opponent's turn. Takes a bunch of extra deck space, but I love turn 0 plays. It is weird to think of these not as a deck, but as like a Rescue Ace Impulse and Fire Attacker Garnet that make like a Nash Knight or a Ripper or something. While they don't have any use nowadays, I have a lot of nostalgia for when the Wind Witch engine was used, from using it as in a shitty Speedroid deck. I played the fuck out of these cards. Blast Bell, Ice Bell, Winter Bell, and Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Of course, you all remember not using the Winter Bell effect so that you could play around Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. These cards were so crazy for the time, and I remember when they first came out, everyone was playing them, and then one set later, people were like, you know, I think Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just better than this now. I played these in Trickstar, I think. Oh, old school answer, but I put these 4 plus Lone Fire into everything back in the day for years. Wasn't just you. It was almost every, even remotely competitive player was convinced this 5-card plant package was a necessary auto-include in everything, including Lone Fire plus Debris Dragon. They were not right. By the end of Synchrocentric's time in the metagame, it really just looked like a Highlander deck more than anything else. But still, extremely powerful for an extremely long period of time. Gage loves doing this in Edison. Even Gage is playing 3 ofs, like Gigaplant. Barely an engine, but there was like a format where a lot of decks added these two as a removal engine. Both as a removal engine and like a proactive called by the grave. It wasn't good. It was never good. I mean, I played these cards, and I remember when they came out, everyone was like, you can insulate yourself against hand traps, and it's like, yes, some of them. Lee's got a good one. Lightsworn used to be a small engine people would play in 2016 that milled a good amount of cards and got you a level 4 tuner, which people would leverage into Omega, Minerva, or any of the other good level 8 and rank 4 monsters at the time. Yeah, you were playing these cards for Charge of the Light Brigade, which is just a generally extremely powerful card. But Raiden's release was like, oh shit, now you're going to mill 5 instead of 3, which leads to a lot more. And normal summonable level 4 tuner is great in a format where a bunch of people had special summonable level 4 monsters a la Hat Tricker. Stick Chair! Back in the day, it made 3 material rank 4 boards more explosive if you're lucky enough to trigger the second part of Sovereignty's effect. The way these cards work is super unintuitive as well. It was like, yeah, it does what you want, but the 3s they would make off this card were always frustrating too. I think Evil Swarm Ouroboros was one of them. Cheapest win con ever. Hey, you watch yourself. This guy won a lot of games for me. Just by including a double nothing in your deck, you could make any 2 4s into Utopia double into number 39 Utopia into 10,000 points of damage and just kill anyone from nothing. And people did it forever. I'll believe it when I see it. I love Primite. I try to put these cards in everything, even if they don't have an in-engine normal monster. You're like, fuck, I'm just normal summoning Ether Barrel. Sure. Hmm. Is blood Einstein? I think we got enough. Let's do Horus at least. I always like having access to a generic rank 8 Xyz monster. Will be even better when we get new Dark Magician cards and we can make Dragoon for cheap. Very true. Imseti Glory of Horus and its associated cards show up all the time and everything, though people usually elect to cut down the number of bricks to 1 or 2, like they're on Imseti and Happy and maybe Kebasenuev, but usually not. I like this one too. If you don't need your normal summon, you can run Refrain, Couplet, and a couple of other cards to get access to Ostinato and a really, really insane amount of both Link material and powerful fusion monsters. Of course, these days, it is not as powerful because you can't convert those Link monsters into anything powerful like Apollosa, but you still theoretically could play it. What is this Diddy blood doing on the calculator? Is blood Einstein? Playing this on Malice when everyone runs Lancia in Master Duel, you can potentially still full combo if you and your opponent mill Malice cards, even under Lancia. These cards were used a lot in a lot of different formats. In the TCG, our set release schedule prevented us from really using them to their full potential, though some people did try, especially in the points playoff around the time of this release. They were sold as a mechanism to get to Beatrice, which makes Set Engine a one-card combo in Snake Eye at the time, but they had a lot of other utility just as cards that put powerful bodies on board. Makes OTKing under Nibiru a lot easier, but also makes going into powerful Link monsters really easy as well. These cards, they're damn good. Banana phone ding dong. I am shocked I didn't see anyone say Brilliant Fusion, by the way. You all had pretty good answers for this one, but I'm going to be honest, I did have a little bit of an ulterior motive when making this one. I'm just going to go through your replies and take all the engines and throw them into a 60-card deck and win a YCS. See you next time. Nah, we're not doing Invoked. I don't think Invoked is an engine. I don't think people played Time Thief as an engine either. Maybe they did. I didn't see it. Was there an Allure Queen one? Yeah, but Allure Queen fucking sucks. Ugh. Okay, you and I are the only people who do this. All right, I think I'm going to call it in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, but it is now time for the sponsored portion of the stream. Sponsor, sponsor, sponsor. Thank you all so much for sticking around. We're going to be playing a little bit of Sons of Odin. Sons of Odin. Exclamation mark Odin in order to get a link to download the demo of the game using my specific tracking link. This is a deck building game that I am very excited to try out. I think we will like it together. Sons of the Obra Dinn. No, I don't think that's it. Oh. Oh. Off to a good start. All right. Oh. No, you can go ahead.
Loki has lost. The cards made the call. Giants now rule. The word spread to all.
Okay.
4 clans arise, their cards on display. Ula takes charge, and mankind finds a way.
Turning it down a little bit.
Make your move, take all the prize. Play it smart, or be cast aside.
What language was that? I'm just yapping, man. Oh, this looks good. Holy moly. All right. So, Sons of Odin has paid to be mentioned at the end of this stream. We're going to play an hour of this game. You can play this with me. Closer to the end of the stream, probably in about 45 minutes, I'm going to do some lobbies with my chat. First off, I'm obviously going to practice a little bit because this has both PvE and PvP elements. So I'm going to do the E, then we're going to get to the P. I've been asked to tell you that this game has strategic depth combined with fast-paced gameplay. That doesn't mean anything. Oh, man. All right, you're going to see the gameplay when we get into it. Duel with bot. Battle of Bots solo, Chaos with bots, Duel with player, or Card Chaos. We're going to do Card Chaos last. All right, let's do a training battle. It's real. I gotta say, it's very well drawn. It's got like a style to it that I appreciate.
Welcome to the tutorial match. I'll show you the ropes and guide you along the way.
All right. Thank you, vaguely Nordic twink.
The 20-second timer is placed above your card at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, I see it.
The deck has 36 cards. Everyone starts with 6.
Okay. Oh, hold up, Ja. Doom, 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 doom.
Learn to win smart, not just with an X.
Okay, so he's attacking and has played a
To be the
6.
card, play one of the same suit, but higher.
Wait a minute. What can we beat with a 6? 6, 7. That was so stupid. Okay.
Throw in the same card, but in a different suit.
Okay, like Uno. Uno rules.
You defend it, and that's it. The cards are done. Old ones out. Room for the young.
Okay.
Allow on cards. Don't slack. Grab up to 6 so you can fight.
Back.
You can beat with a pair of matching cards. 2 hits at once.
Okay. Well, he beat the hell out of me. Oh, I get to keep going. I see. 10. Oh my god.
From Dren's power. Remember, it beats any card of a different suit.
Okay, so this is the Trump rune, and it beats any card of a different suit. I get it. So we got totally owned here.
Now I'm pissed.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, dang. We're, like, owning him here. 9-9. Okay, let's throw a jack here. Throw an ace here. Oh, they have an ace here, but we have the Trump room. They have this guy as a king.
Take the cards. It'll heal before the wedding. Probably.
Okay. Whoa, what the
If you've got more
How did
than
I do
6
that?
cards in hand, you skip the draw. You've had enough. Couldn't fend it up? Then you're not attacking.
Oh, okay, I
That's
see.
how it goes.
So if you lose a round, then you get to take all the cards, but you've lost the round.
Not
I see.
crushes enemies, if you know how. Lurly, you didn't. Each aspect has its own power. Hover over the icon to see its description.
Okay. Wait, there's an aspects button that I just clicked, and there's a taunts button. Oh, it's not letting me do the taunts yet. I could put it there, but they want me to put it there. Okay.
Play fair. Match the enemy's hand when you throw in.
Okay. And then he couldn't beat these 3, so he takes the cards. Gotcha. Okay. I now see how this
Each
works.
of your low cards. Maybe you'll draw something better.
Yeah, I'm down.
Coin of Undermine.
Ooh.
Mistress of all
We-
The coins is a tricky thing.
shares a fragment
Look,
of her power
it just
with the
changed the trump
Trumps.
An active Trickster's coin will appear here after X number of rounds. Mistress of Monsters changes the Trump rune. Right now it's green. Okay, so the Trump rune beats anything, but changes considerably. Okay. Now that we are late in the game, you can no longer skip attacking turns. Okay.
Bit. With any higher card or a trump. Save kings for a pair attack.
Well, I do have... Cool. Awesome. Now we're attacking. So we're going to throw our kings down. He's got a king and a 7. But the 7 is the trump rune currently, so we got beat. An 8.
You fought and the aspect recharged. But don't rush to use it.
Okay, this little 0 of 3 and 2 of 2 is how often we can use our aspect. And our aspect is deflect an attack and redirect it. Got it. Okay. So throw a 9 down. Throws an 8 down. Throw a queen down. Queen down. We'll throw, oh god, 2 aces down. This is all our crap. Okay, we have defended the attack. Round 9.
Is running dry. The fight is almost over.
Let's throw down our aces so we automatically win. Surely he does not have anything for this. Nope, he's taking it. Alright, I've got a 10. Beat a 10. Nope, he's taking it. We win! Okay.
Ha! You held out. Congrats. The win is yours.
I have now mastered this game. Leaf the Light versus Bjorn Smashjaw. This is just Durak? Is this a famous Slavic game? This is literally a game called Fool that is popular in Slavic regions. Alright, bada bing. I'm in. Is there a way I can change the twink that I am? Yeah, this game is based on the rules of Durak. The deck has 36 cards. Each player is dealt 6. The trump rune is chosen randomly by the game. The first move goes to the player holding the lowest trump card. The attacker plays a card. The defender must beat it with a higher card of the same rune or with a trump. If unable to defend, they take the cards. After each defense, only the next player in turn may add a card. A round lasts until the defense is successful or the cards are taken. The player may skip their attacking turn twice in a row without penalty. On the third skip, they immediately lose. At the end of the game, the loser is the player left holding cards. All others are winners. A Trickster's Coin appears starting from round 3 and hides under a random slot. Oh, okay, I see. If a player places a card there, the coin is revealed and changes the rules of the next round. Got it, okay. And then Aspects of the Acer. These are the hero's active abilities available from round 3. You must collect 2 to 3 Rage Shards. They're used during attack and defense and can turn the tide of battle. Got it, okay. I have now mastered this game. Balatro, but for Durak. Got it. That's a great way to describe it. Okay, who are we fighting against? We already played against Bjorn Smashjaw. Leaf the Light is the lovable twink that we just played. I kind of like Brody Vagabucks, the slyest hustler. I'm in. Wait, can I chat with him? They're not letting me chat with him. Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh, okay. Opponents takes cards after your attack. A first winner appeared and it's not you. Njord's Gaze reveals 3 cards from the opponent's hand and blocks 1 of them. Oh my god. How about this guy? Oh my god. His is good too. Mine sucks. I'm playing against Brody. Alright. Oh, there's 4 people in this one.
Trying to pick at the cards?
Ooh! We have unlocked taunts. This is so important.
For proper asset allocation. I've got something for you. That was, too close. No mitigating factors.
No mitigating factors?
Oh. I've got a depth to
Okay, I'm attacking now. I'm attacking and S'more is defending. I have a bunch of crappy cards, so I'm just going to throw them out. 6, 7? Okay.
For odin.
I can go for these 2. Jeez Louise. All right, fine.
Too slow.
Want the secret to success?
I'm ready! The time has come.
The SmackDown sale began.
Coin of Underwater, mistress
Okay,
of
this
all
switches the
monsters,
Trump suit.
shares a fragment of her power with the Trump suit. Twisted signature.
This is S'more into Wump. He's taking him.
Clean hit!
Well, we do have something to beat that. Let's go for Ran here. We'll just hope he doesn't play anything else.
Nice try.
He didn't! All part of the plan. Okay, our attack. Trump suit is yellow. We don't have any of them. Let's play a 7 and a 7. Our aspect is available.
Step it up.
Okay, so S'more used his aspect to move the attack onto Wump. Great. I don't want to use my ability. Wow. He got absolutely owned.
Step it up.
Take that!
Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, us again. Shoot. Give me the cards.
All according
Oh,
to
okay.
plan.
That's rough. Didn't you have an affiliate link for the game? Yes, I did. Let me manually unpin this. Or actually, we'll just do this.
Nice try! For Odin! See a dead man? I do!
I could hop in here, but I don't have anything to do with it, so I'm good.
Too smart. This one's for you, Heimdall.
All right, here we go.
Ready to rip and tear.
We are attacking S'more. We have a Trump rune card, so we should play our shitty cards first. And let's aspect here. I am going to lock... Why can't I lock one of them? I don't know how to do it. Oh, he used his fucking hero power again.
Cheers, old timers.
You won breakthrough!
Why don't you throw out 6 cards every attack phase? You can't. I can stop one of these, but I can't stop both. I'm getting owned here.
Take that!
Why does the bot taunt you? The bot should not be allowed to taunt you.
Cheers!
Adds cards. Oh my god, we're... I'm gonna get third here. Look at this. This guy's already at 0.
Take that.
Out of the way, old timers.
Man. Take him. Take him away.
Take that. The SmackDown sale began.
How do I use my aspect? It says I can lock one, but I don't know how to do it. Two aces is pretty good. Throw the 9 on there. Nice, nice, nice.
Take that.
All right, let's see if we can do it.
Like behind it.
Let's go. Oh, okay. Oh, it automatically locks one. I don't get to pick. All right, we got our ass beat, right? Let's try bottling a bot solo. I really liked this guy. He seems crazy. So how come it was like BattleBots solo and it was only... There were 4 of them. Oh no, now it's just 1. I must have clicked the wrong thing. Alright. An 8 here. We'll go for a 9. 9 and a 9. We will go for 10 and we have the Trump suit. So there you go. Take that. Oh my good god. Well, I guess we are getting owned here.
Take that.
Okay.
It's time. Not too smart.
Nice. Okay. A 9. A 9. A 9. Go. Okay.
Such is fate.
Good stuff. Let's do a 7. I would prefer you not do that because I have the Trump suit right now.
What's the secret to a successful deal? Here were my investments.
Okay, all right. Okay, it is now yellow is the Trump rune.
Nice try.
Good, good. Go 8. Why can't I play on top of it?
Couldn't buy you out, huh?
Ugh. Me when I. Okay. The 10 here. We'll throw the 10 on here.
Nice try.
All right, good stuff. Beat a 6. He did.
Debit and credit.
Okay, beat an ace. And another ace. Yeah, okay, wait. All we gotta sneak out is a jack.
That's how it should be.
Okay. I'm good with this. This again. All right, fine.
Here were my investments.
Oh, they locked the jack there. Okay.
Not too smart.
Second one of these. Let's go 9. Jack. Jack. Queen. Come on, baby. Ah. Yeah, you got it.
Such is fate.
How much more is in the deck? They're killing me here. 6, 7. Ah, this is the Trump rune. I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna keep it going. Let's go.
All according to plan.
I'm killing this single bot. When I have to play against other people, it's kind of a problem. That should have been one of the 7s.
Come here. Couldn't
Okay.
buy you out, huh?
Oh my god, come on! Dang it. I did the aspect for nothing there. Oh, come on.
No mitigating factors.
The hour has struck. Way too obvious.
Okay. Let's wrap this up. 6-6. We have nothing.
You'll pay for that. Literally.
Queen.
I saw that coming.
We've got 2 7s. We could throw those down.
Want the secret to you
Oh,
can
come
always
on.
buy it back.
Not too smart.
We're actually gonna lose. No! Dude, I thought we were doing crazy! Oh, man. I might just be bad at this game. You gave him those aces, dog? Yeah, that was not smart. Alright, I think the problem is that we're not playing the Twink. I think the Twink is going to improve things tenfold for us. Okay. 6. You know what beats 6? 7. You know what beats 7? 9. You know what beats 9? Jack.
Come here.
I shockingly do have an answer for this. No! What is it? It's the first turn! Dude, what is this? Oh my god.
Gods, witness this.
I'm so mad. What the heck? That's fine. I'm not mad about that at all. They're all ganging up on this guy. It's over? No, dude. We're totally in this. We just have 12 cards in our hand.
There you go.
Time for your retirement.
Time to cash in the savings.
All right, here we go.
Time has come. Rip and tear.
Our aspects are on. Well, you know what beats a 6? You know what beats a 7? Come on, dude!
The world circled, tired of circling in one.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I was saved by the crash. You know, we were about to win that one, actually. Legitimately, we were about to win that one. Why was... Okay, I have to ask this because it feels almost home... Oh, no! Do not reload. Oh, thank God. Whew. All right, let's load that back up. You know, nothing that we can't resolve here. No, but like, what was going on there? It was like, during the attack step against me, the add cards guy was like, I'm going to use my hero power to add cards so that this guy in particular gets absolutely body blasted. I should have redirected with my aspect. Yes, that's what I would have done that turn. Yeah. I was prepped to do it. I was going to send him at that guy with the eyeball.
Lost the card.
Oh my God, I'm so mad about that. Okay, I'm back on my Twink grind set. Dude, this is not good. Dick awful cards. That's fine. We'll do a pair of 8s here. I am getting, like, the game down, I will say. I can throw the jack in. Yeah, why not? Why can I throw the jack in? Because there's a jack on top. I got you. Take the cards. Rub my belly. Oh my god, he's going in. Okay, I mean, we have crazy trump suit cards here. Yeah, I'll throw a 6 in there. Fuck it. All right, this one's going a lot better already. No, I'm good.
Clean hit.
All right.
The SmackDown sale be
Ready to rip and tear.
Oh.
Just don't crease the car. No.
Okay, we have our aspects live. We can do 7s. Oh, let's go. The cards swaps the cards in players' hands. Interesting.
Let's drink.
Okay, run it. Okay, I'm out. But he's back in. Wait, he's going in. They're beating on him like they beat on me. No, I got nothing. Oh my god, they got his ass.
All according to plan.
All part of the plan, baby. Oh, okay. No! No! Are you kidding me? Whoa, my god! We just beat his ass, and then Mistress of Death triggered and gave me his hand!
sorry to the beacon.
Dude! What did you want me to do? I won too hard! Don't...
Should be.
Oh my god, we have 1,000 cards in our hand. We're totally dead. I don't know. We have 3 10s. Take my 3 10s. Take my 4 10s. Beat that. Oh my god. Yeah, take him. You know what? We're gonna go even harder. Take the queen. Actually, I want to keep the trump suit. Take the jacks.
Take that.
Go, go, go. When that fucker said all according to plan, he was not kidding. This guy is at 3 cards in hand, I should point out. Take my 6 7.
I've got a debt to collect from you.
Take my 9.
Want the secret to a successful team?
I want to keep my 7s. Or I could go in on jacks. Yeah! Take my 8 too. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Take my... Ooh, I could go 3 for on the queens. Take my queens. A woman is speaking. Time to listen. Okay, I got nothing to add to that. Go ahead.
All according to plan.
He wins! No!
You can always
Dang it. Oh, I can't aspect after I do that. I was like, I'll burn 2, then I'll aspect. I thought I was being really cute. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense why you can't do it.
Wanna meet my fist?
We are going to beat this man to death. Oh my god, he's gonna out the whole board. Okay, never mind.
The red hat is hard, huh?
I can't add cards. It's maxed out. Well, I got 7s. Ooh, okay. All right, you got me. Damn. Thank you, Ruff. That was very helpful.
Shall we move on to payouts?
All right, come on, please, dude. I'm so close. Dude, this ability is broken as fuck. Are you kidding me? I'm redirecting. Okay, I end my turn. Yeah, go ahead. Not my problem.
Let's drink. You want breakthrough?
I just gotta throw the 8 in here somewhere. And I can just win off a 2 attack. Add cards. Okay, let's add jacks. Oh my god, I'm gonna win. It just has to get back around to me.
Take that.
Oh my god, we did it! We did it! Yes! Second place! Holy moly! Oh.
Time to give the kids a chance.
Oh my god. All right, we're getting good. We're getting good. I'm going to do one more with bots, then I'll start doing players. I'm thinking it's this guy. I'm liking this guy. FMK, Scully, Yorn, and Ruff. What a great question. I will not be answering. All right.
Charge eats tobacco.
Trying to pick at the cards.
Lame.
Boring turn. Okay, I need to get out of this suit. Oh god, and they're all different numbers. Oh, what do I do? 7, 6, 7. Oh, hold up. Wait, we're making moves. We're making money moves. We're making money moves. We're making money moves. Okay, we're done making money moves. Okay. I could throw on the king too. I'm good. MBT, have you ever played the Bazaar? I have. Have I ever played it on stream? Maybe you get lucky and the coin turns the Trump suit to yellow. I'm hoping.
Time for your retirement.
Fight, fight, fight!
I played the Bazaar really early on. It switches around the flow of play. Okay.
One direction. Reversing.
No, I had a good time playing the Bazaar, but I didn't play it to, I think, the level that chat wanted me to. They were like upset that I was not great at the game. Fine, I have nothing I can do about this. Can no one add cards, please? Please do not add a card. Oh, dude, I don't want to see this. 6 of 10 game. Unfortunately, Drayan, you saying 6 of 10 game totally inundated me with the it's a 6 of 10 game belief. Every time I opened it up, I was like, am I really opening this up to play some more 6 of 7 game? That's true. Should have redirected. I'm going to save the redirect. I'm going to need it next game.
Witness this.
It was 1 card. Then they added 3 cards.
The moment's here.
Okay. Why can I not now aspect? Go to hell. Do not add... Oh my god. I guess I have to pick at the very beginning. I'm getting killed this game.
Way too obvious.
Boring turn. Six, 7. Wait, why can't I add more cards?
Nice block.
I really have no idea why I couldn't add more cards. Maybe I only get to add one. Jacks. Trump suit.
Nice block.
Okay, now we're back into a manageable kind of situation here. Whoa. Wow. I do not have anything to add here.
Take that.
4 8s on that guy. Now we got to worry about this asshole again. Okay, here we go. We could do kings. We have 4 kings. I have no additional cards. Go.
Didn't see that coming, did ya?
I guess the queen is the one I'm least excited about. Oh, I can do all of them. Let's go. Can I add the 7? I can. Okay, get back to me, please. Please get back to me. Please get back to me. I'm begging you. Oh my god, I win. No! He's out too! Please let me win. Please let me win. Dude, please let me win. Yes! Holy moly. Whew. All right. Now I am prepared. Okay, wait. I should just... Okay. Chat. The way we are going to be able to do this is I'm going to hit... Oh, there's a lobby? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, wait. I'm going to paste this code in chat. If anyone else is playing this game, please check it out. I feel confident that I can beat the hell out of real people. Does this make sense? I think the bots are going to be way easier. Wait, did I type that in right? I think I totally didn't. No, I did. No! Please don't tell me that I'm going to have to play against bots again. The bots are pretty dog shit, not going to lie. Are you kidding me? They were kicking my ass. How could they possibly be bad? The bots know how to play the game. That's the thing, is I'm hoping to play against my viewers who don't know anything about anything. Is this game free? To my understanding. You'll have to click the link to find out. It is, yeah. Maybe do one more bot game. All right. do one more bot game. Then I will once more try to do it with viewers. It's a small download. If you would like to lose to me, now is your opportunity. I'm still in the tutorial. Owned. No other word for it. IDK how to join customs? Wait, that's a great question. I have no idea either.
Thought my time was up. Be glad I don't have my axe. The time has come.
Well, I do like the noise that guy makes. Dude. Fuck off. Dude, fuck off. Why is everybody so mean to me?
Be glad I don't have my axe.
And the SmackDown sale began.
Wanna meet my fist?
Hell, mistress of death.
Wait, hold up.
Commands the
Wait.
fates of the living and the dead.
Hold up. Yeah, wait, hold up. The coin swaps hands. Give me the person with 4 cards in hand. Take my 15 cards.
Here you go. Just increase the cards.
Let's go! All right! We're doing a lot better now. Yeah, now we're doing a little bit better. Yeah, sure. Are you kidding me? Well, shockingly, I have an out for all of this. And this. Come on, dude! I was 1 off winning on like turn 3. Oh man, everybody here hates me. Aspect locked, by the way. Oh, now the aspects are available.
Be glad I don't have my axe.
Oh my god. Okay. Jack. Queen. 8. Queen. Do not add cards. John!
Gods, witness this.
I have 18 cards in hand. Oh.
For Odin. The redhead is hard, huh?
Time to hit the market.
The red guy won. He won already.
Better burn your cards while you can. The time has come.
Nah, this is gonna be your problem. Oh my god, he had outs for all of it. Alright, well. It's just us two now.
Too slow.
Alright, that's good. 10s. Jesus. All right, cool.
Didn't see that coming, did ya?
Jack's here. They gave us opportunity to go queens. That's nice. This is kind of a bad 3 to be stuck with.
Not bad for a rookie, huh?
Not too smart.
I can feel the rage.
Wait, I aspect here? Changes me to attack. I end turn. No.
Way too obvious.
That didn't do what I wanted. Nah, you got it.
Take that.
Okay. All right, hold up.
Ready to rip and tear.
Jesus.
Way too obvious.
This 6 is killing me, dude. When do I get to attack? Yep.
That's how it should be.
Time for your retirement.
Clean hit.
Okay, I win here. Why is he still attacking? When do I get to attack?
That's how it should be.
Dude, why is he just attacking over and over again? What is happening here?
Take that.
I lose.
I knew this would happen.
Did I bug it or something? I feel like I was supposed to be able to attack at some point. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to be the red guy. Oh, I don't want to do matchmaking. Lobby. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. You go to join if you want to join. This is the... Oh. This is the lobby code. I'm going to see if we can't get some people in here. We have one person in here. We have 2 people in here. I think you have to also click ready. As I go to dinner, it would have fired. Now, I believe after a certain amount of time, it will just throw us in with a bot, but I remain confident that we will get a 4th person. Can we all pick the same person? Is that possible? I guess we're going to find out. Okay, I don't remain that confident. I wish I could join, but unfortunately I'm snug as a bug in a rug in my bed. Tisk tisk. I have no clue what I am doing, so I will still probably do poorly. That's fine. That is a-okay. In fact, I'm counting on it. All right, I'm gonna give it 2 more minutes, and then I will call it, and I will just play. Maybe I'll play like an online PvP. He is snoring over there. Her snoring. She's going. Can't a game fire with 2 people? Oh, we can, yeah. Let's go. All right. Now, time to beat up on the easiest prey imaginable, my viewers. You know what beats a 6? I kind of like the theming of each individual suit. Like the blue ones have this like DJ kind of thing. It's nice. All right. Here's me. Man, I'm good. I'm all right.
Not too smart.
My hand is great. I don't want to lose any of these cards.
Nice try.
I would like to lose this 10. Oh god. And the flow of play is reversed. Okay.
Circling in one direction turns around, reversing the flow of play.
I got nothing to add to this.
You'll pay for that. Literally.
All right, aspects on. Here we go.
I'm ready.
Time to cash in the savings.
I'm ready.
SpongeBob
It's
style.
time. All according to plan.
All right. When do we get to, is there a way to see how many cards are still left in the deck?
One breakthrough.
I don't think so. But they didn't drop to 6, which means that we're now in on it. I do not even have a jack to dump. Oh, they're going in. They're using the aspect. This is an interesting one. All right, they're going for a free trump, and then they're taking the cards. Please don't do that. It puts them down to 1. I'll move the 10 in here.
Take that.
Can I get an attack in, please?
The moment's here.
All right, here we go. Let's go for aces. Well, I got nothing. You got me.
Couldn't buy you out, huh?
I think I can use my aspect to get 3 of my cards done here. Oh, he used his aspect, which automatically wins the round because he's got 1 card left. That guy's aspect is insane. Are you kidding me? I think it's me adding, please. No, it's LXVI adding.
Clean hit.
Keep going, buddy. Yeah. Take me down to 1 here. Don't add a card.
Like behind the shield.
Okay. Let's go. Vivan. 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 We actually won. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Nice try.
We did it!
Strong clan.
Oh my god. We didn't even need to use our aspect.
To cash in
Holy
the
shit, we got away with it. This guy's getting second. I always believed. Thank you. I believe that you always believed.
All according to plan.
The market has spoken.
Okay, now our goal is to beat up on the guy who's not in our party. Caden Carpenter, you could do it.
That all you got?
All right. We still don't have the available skill. Oh my god.
Too easy to read.
Oh my god. Last card was the Trump, the ace. Holy shit.
Nice draw.
Too easy. Oh my god, we did it. Ah. Huge night for people playing from the MBT stream. Well, thank you all so much for sticking around to the very bitter end. Again, this stream, this part of the stream was sponsored by Sons of Odin, and I would really appreciate if you would check them out. I had a good time playing tonight. I like the game this is based on too. People play this in paper, right? I would be interested in doing so. The game is available for download at the link that is pinned or by typing !Odin in the chat. It just came out. And this is the base demo, free to download. It will, of course, be built upon in the coming months. Otherwise, I will see you again Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to see who else is streaming. I can throw you over to... Maple is not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Why is no one playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, Sansali's playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone say hello to... Sansali's playing Ghost Trick! That monster. Alright, well, that's a perfect person to throw you over to. Bye.